Alrighty, what is up and good evening, my gamers, and all of you gamer-like products.
Gaming.
Gaming, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Man, now that it's winter season, the cold is really hitting different without some of that.
It's like, what? Hold on. It's -7 here in frosty old Järvenpää.
And like, compared to last year, without that little something around the waist, I'm feeling it totally different. It's like, this is scary.
I mean, you just gotta put on more layers, I guess.
I mean, dude, I'm already wearing like 3 layers of clothing and I'm still shivering.
That's made of sweaters.
Other than military, I've never like worn layers before. This is actually the first time that I have to.
I think I've never ever like properly worn layers, unless you count like, you know, the bare minimum of putting on like a coat in the winter.
Right.
That I do, but like, yeah, beyond that, no.
But inside.
But then again, I do still have, you know, my my blubber, as it were, for extra warmth. It's a tactical advantage here in the frozen tundras.
Yeah, I'm now starting to realize how much of a like advantage that actually gives you during the winter. No joke.
But still, probably would be better to get rid of some of it.
Arguably.
Depends.
Depends on your goals.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's get in the groove. It is Bounty Hunters GGST FT7 number 24.
Damn, that's a lot of weeks.
That's a lot of weeks. We've only missed one.
Very nice.
As per usual, my name is QK, and with me will be your lovely Rygand, as usual, spitting the truths that someone had to be bold enough to say.
Hey, wait a minute. That's pretty good. How long have you been working on that?
I just came up with it.
That's excellent. I am definitely bold enough.
Also that funny thing, I can't pronounce bold and bald properly, so they will just come out randomly.
As far as I'm concerned, they're synonyms.
Tonight will mark the last games before Happy Chaos gets to be added to the mix. So,
yes.
We've had a lot of people who already sworn to commit to the edgy gunman, as well as those who just want to try their luck with the new character.
It's kind of looking like it's gonna be the Finland character of of the current year. It's kind of Finnish people have been like latching on to DLC characters with the exception of Jacko. Like a lot of Gold Lewis players in Finland. Gonna be a lot of happy players. It's character crisis the country, I guess.
Yeah, and it's just sort of a character that Finnish players love. I think Finnish players love their somewhat edgy, weird characters.
For sure. I mean, listen, I play Adachi in Persona. I you know, I'm there too, teetering on the edge. I love my girl, but like, funny case, man, looks pretty cool.
But either way, as far as the old patch goes, we got some bangers coming up, alright. Lots of new faces too. TheRedViper, JMB, JuxtAPoser, CarrotOfWisdom. Those players making their debuts here on screen on Bounty Hunters tonight, although none of them are strangers to the game, obviously. On the contrary, some of these fellas are pillars of their respective communities. For example, JMB, a very strong competitor in Finland in pretty much all 3 Guilty Gear games. ACPR, Exert, and now Strive.
Especially, I'd say, ACPR. Like, he's really, really, really good at that game. And he's recently given Strive another go. I haven't really been paying attention to the discourse too much, but like, I guess the Kai changes were good enough to have him give the game another shot.
Yeah, I really haven't heard any Kai players to be, you know, dissatisfied with the patch changes. Compared to the, I guess there was a little bit of outcry before from Kais, but a lot of those voices have been silenced for now.
Last he said he's going to uninstall after this event, so it's all Maldenings. I mean, that does sound
very much
on
like
par.
JMB.
Par for the course.
But JMB has always been that very passionate player with a lot of heart in the game.
He will show us his burning emotions today on stream, hopefully. I'm really looking forward to seeing JuxtAPoser Faust play, even if it is indeed against me, because I love seeing good Fausts do their thing. So
yeah,
I'm really looking forward to that.
I'm dying to see like top level Faust play, and Legend says that JuxtAPoser might be one of the better Faust players in the EU scale.
I'm sweating. I'll press 5H. Hopefully it'll work.
Yeah, we've got quite a few across the continent matches east to west, so let's hope the gods of internet will bless us with decent routing tonight.
I believe.
But that said, we're gonna be diving into the first matchup of the evening. Funny Nagoriyuki from UK facing off against leamaycry Anji from Romania.
Really looking forward to seeing how Leah has improved, because it has been a while since I've seen Leah play.
Yeah. It's been. She was featured on the earlier life cycle of the game quite a bit, and has also
Was
been.
she still playing Anji then, or?
At least looks so. Who knows for how long though? A lot of Anji players have been looking to jump into different characters. For some reason.
Whatever reason. No one knows.
Alright, all the resources available, 100 meter. Oh, slice in for that. That's gonna be around for sure. Unless you put your controller down.
Fairly explosive first round there. For funny Nagoriyuki.
Yeah, gold burst, get all the resources, get all the hits you need.
Okay, pressing buttons there. Probably trying to cover one of the, less instantaneous options, but it is what it is.
Nice RPS there from Funny. Even off the plus frames of the
That's gonna work, yep.
Yep.
That's the thing with Rin, like DPs, supers. Yeah, it's there's nothing Anji can do there.
Yeah.
There's RC maybe, but you have to do that. You can't do it on reaction, obviously.
Right. Really wish Rin had like armor or something.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it would definitely make sense for the move, honestly.
Ooh, the spacing there of the 2S. I thought Nago was for sure in throw range, especially with the extended throw range of Nago, but perfect spacing for Leah.
Ooh. Like that Abare there.
Ooh,
knows
nice.
that Beyblade is not minus, but 0 on block. So
potentially plus if you hit it right, like +1.
Yep. True.
Ah, too far away. And now working with the corner. Oh,
that might be a whiff punish. Yeah.
and it's gonna hit well as well. Oh, I think you can usually pick up that super if it hits like that.
Yeah. I think
least
you can
with-
link 5k or something, right?
Yeah, or at least OTG 6 heavy, which will deal massive damage, obviously.
Yeah.
Alright, first one for Funny.
Oh, my God. I mean, it's a round start option.
It's a very damaging. Not that Nago was lacking good round start options already, but we got another one. Ooh, Gorilla spinning through. I think that should be safe, right? No, was already. Wait, did she already commit to something? Yeah, that spin giving Leah a pretty decent amount of value here. And that is one of the special matchup tools that Anji has for this one. Very unique thing. Doesn't necessarily get you the advantage, but it is a tool. It is something that other characters can't use for the neutraling.
Oh. Punish on Rin? Well, the thing is, if you let Rin hit block, if they have meter, they can still RC and continue their turn. So by interrupting Rin, you deny them that possibility.
Right. This one should be safe. Alright, okay.
Yep.
Wonder if it was punishable though. Ooh, nice catch on the backdash, but no confirm.
I feel like Nago Super is like, if it hits you mid-air, I don't think it's punishable.
Yeah.
Maybe if you FD, I don't know.
Yeah, it was a weird situation in the corner, because like, it's kind of one of those moves that pushes you away, but doesn't push the player who used the super away. So if you end up in the corner, it kind of like, is it punishable or is it not? Alright, very nice delay. That's one of the options to destroy that gorilla spin. Either...
Oh, a little bit too far away for that throw. Surprising for Nagoryuki with his incredible throw range.
I hate that throw range.
it's pretty infuriating. but you know, he needs it? Question mark.
It's one of those things that will probably annoy you more than it should if you make mistakes. Like, for example, you miss your perfect media at a spacing where you're usually safe against throws.
Yeah, true. That happens to me a lot, unfortunately. But you know, maybe I should just get good, I guess.
Yeah, that's usually that's a good advice from professional players.
Yep.
Alright, gonna recover.
Oh, nice. That's good. Does Anji get Oki off of this? No.
I guess in the corner, maybe?
I think it... does it wall break, actually? I don't know. Is Anji's wall break super the other one?
That's a good question. Nice. Was that wasn't even a backdash, that was just Hukyo out of the butterfly.
No? Wow.
That thing has range.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, watch your feet. Very even set so far. Like, well, while it's 2-0, like all the rounds have been pretty tight, except for that first one, I guess.
Oh, parry does break wall. All right.
Okay. So both wall break, but obviously range dependent for the parry. Yeah, makes sense.
Ooh, finds a big close slash and has the meter to make up for the big conversion as well. This will break the wall, but not gonna kill.
Yeah, Nago's got them guts.
Oh, look at that life lead now, and dashing.
Oh no!
That's so unfortunate. That throw was fast enough, but was not close enough.
Yikes!
Now, comeback opportunity here for Funny.
Yep, Nagoryuki factor activated. Anything's possible.
Just a tad bit too short. Is the theme for Anji's buttons.
Oh no! Okay,
that should be
please punish.
Yes.
Good. -7. And Anji has a 5-frame button now.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Like that 2P doesn't really lead into much. Yeah, that's like one of the only combos that you can get. 2P, 6P, and that's it. And it doesn't even heart knockdown, I think.
I think Anji actually can't do 2P, 6P. Because 6P has such short range that I think you can only do like 1 P button into 6P. I could be wrong.
2P doesn't link into like Hujin, does it? I don't think it does.
I don't think so. Hujin has so much startup. But I'm not an Anji player. But I imagine no, because that would be good.
Right. Ooh, nice interrupt there.
That's good. That's a nice 2P conversion.
Uh-oh, that's all the counter hits. Ooh, nice anti-air with the DP here. And the pressure.
Oh, this time missing the link into 6H.
Very interesting exchange. Again, Leah is very, very active on the Abare front, and Funny transitioning immediately into the super after seeing Leah.
Oh wait, it didn't combo last time? Cemoker? The 6H? So it was a reset? Ah, okay. I thought for a second that, because that would have been really good. Or does it combo and counter hit maybe? I don't know.
I don't think so. And that's why Funny has been, you know, mashing out the super really actively as soon as he sees Leah use that 2P. Because you don't have a lot of, like, you don't really have any combos.
Absolutely, yes. A lot of Anji's tools have a lot of recovery. So it's that kind of situation where like that Abare super, not a bad bet. Not a bad bet at all. Oh my god, this is the most aggressive blood rage I've ever seen. Hopping on. I'm coming for you. I may not be able to do my Beyblade, but I'll super jump aggressively in your general direction.
Yeah, that's really banking on the opponent being on the, like, just, you know, I'll just commit into doing nothing, because that's the most safest move. Alright.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, nice. Crossing over. Oh, the spacing.
Oh, dialing into that fight there.
Right, potentially one hit away from getting the kill.
Oh,
Whoa,
nice.
that was so nice. After, yeah, that's gonna whiff.
Wish.
Oh no, the butterfly fucks up the big punish.
I was kind of wondering, is that what happened? Classic Anji. Oh, oh wow. Okay. I wonder what that caught. Counter hit, so I guess a button starter.
Probably like a throw or maybe 6B perhaps. One has been using that 6B very actively. What I like from Leah is the very active spinning, which, you know, is the cool new like sort of an equalizer. Like, Anji's buttons, not really the kind of buttons you can use to easily challenge Nago, but the spin, oh baby.
Not sure why that whiffed.
Ah, that's gonna hit though. What's Toki? We're sliding in there. A little late, but...
Unfortunate.
Caught doing something.
Again, like really close matches, but Leah hasn't been able to get that W.
Whoa! That was quite a bit of blood for just Hukyo. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. 100 meter. Where's for Leah, but still has more.
Oh, wait, nice.
How did Leah actually get so much meter?
A lot of throws, but I really do wish Leah was throwing funny into the corner for that positioning advantage.
Wait, it's like Leah didn't really land many hits, but she used a super and then also had a full meter at the end of the round. Man, you really do build all the meter in Strive.
And Anji, I feel like builds up like a really good amount of meter because he's constantly moving forward.
Right. Well, you do better build meter because Anji is kind of meter hungry on especially on offense. Ooh, she still hits.
Not blocking. Maybe tried to super, probably.
And actively RPSing for that Shitsuoki is probably smart.
Cemoker saying that it's our secret tech, but Cemoker, correct me if I'm wrong, but are you not a Nagoriyuki player? I could have sworn I saw that on the card.
Old habits die hard. Oh, that was so nice. Delaying the meaty to milk out the super. Again, really nice 6P. Drops the combo though. Last chance for Leah. Shimmying out of there with Hukya.
It do be schmovin'. So 5-1. What's to do? Are we getting booted out of the spectate or what's happening?
Cold sweating.
Manga S. No.
Alright, well, we kind of have a fix for this. Sort of. But we're gonna lose the next match. So, my secret tech, put it on winner stays.
Ah, yes. Home recipe.
That's gonna
From
boot them out of...
QK's cookbook.
That's gonna kick them out of the match, but... I mean, if it was a tournament setting, probably wouldn't let this fly, but... This is like the last bit I wish they're gonna fix soon about the lobbies. Well, other than the cabinets just breaking randomly all over, but that part doesn't really matter that much for tournament stuff. When you're casually browsing through the tower or something, though, it's quite of a time loss if you have to wait like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, even half a minute.
The tower experience is a bit harrowing, and like I do sometimes wish they'd just implement like a normal matchmaking thing, but
right.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Maybe, hopefully they'll keep working on this system and it'll be better eventually.
Alright, back to rematch. I think that was for Leah. So 5-2.
Alright. There were 2 Anjis in yesterday's tournament top 8. Well, Anji can compete. He's just got some problems, you know?
Yeah, Anji's a very interesting character. Like I've been saying, is like the best thing that Anji has is actually the matchup chart. Because against some of the top tiers, Anji is actually like not necessarily super advantageous, but has decent matchups. For example, ooh, we're just dialing into that, huh?
Oh,
missing the punish.
Going so wild here. Instant blood rage. And oh no!
Look at this! Not even RCing the super, but just waiting to queue up another one.
I'm genuinely surprised that didn't wall breaking kill.
Alright, let's see what Leah has to say about that. You've spent all of your resources.
Okay.
Oh, they're in hits, overhead.
If this wall sticks, it's gonna kill, but it didn't. I should have said nothing.
Damn, that's so sad. Alexa, play something. It's like Leah's been so close to getting a couple of those rounds, but
it is what it is.
The finishing touch. Dancing. Ooh, nice. Running under. That should be baitable if we break here. Yes. And the punish.
Very good. And yes, sir. Excellent stuff. But punish was a bit lacking because didn't manage to catch Nagariyuki in the air with that close slash. Because that like launch is pretty important for Anji, I guess.
Yeah, that was like the most value burst for funni, as long as they were able to get it off. So good on Leah. Now with a very decent advantage here on the last round, funni probably will not be able to build their burst back. Yes, punish. Spinning to win. Putting that RPS on the table. Oh, but that 5D has been hitting so often for funni. Nice interruption, and again, look at this. As soon as Leah interrupts anything, it's just super. And that's so smart. Why don't I do that as well? That's well, I kind of do. As soon as I sort of, well, I guess I take the other route out. Usually when I see like Anji players play pairs like 2P, I try to like backdash the upcoming 6 heavy. If they dial into that. Gonna get caught by like 2P into Hujin though. Again.
Oh, that's a lot of Fukyo.
Jump-ins have been hitting for funni as well. And yeah, we're on a set point here. He really loves that.
A little bit.
That does seem kind of like a flex. Cause is there like an actual reason for you to ever to do multiple Fukios in a row?
No.
Unless you like kind of want to change your trajectory of the dash, but
I think Funny might just be feeling themselves.
Oh no! No! Missing the punish! Punish this? No! Leah letting a lot of stuff slide. And that's it. That was robbery. That was so many things that could have been punished for sure. Not only this round, but
with Nagori Yugi, there's so much that you have to like be ready to react to, have all these responses like out of pocket. Like you can't really. I feel like it's just one of those things where you have to be very constantly paying attention,
right?
and have these responses ready to come when they need to. Like you need to be able to check Fukyo, you need to be able to get a good punish on Blood Rage activations, you need to pay attention to blood meter. There's a lot to keep track of, and to try and also react appropriately while doing all of that. It's challenging.
Yeah, especially for rookie tier matchups when you're still like paying a lot of attention to like just your own character, being able to control your own.
For sure. 100% facts, no printer.
All right, so the Red Viper on screen for the first time.
All right, definitely facing a challenge here with Gamma Gold Lewis. I don't know how this matchup goes though, but Gamma, certified gamer for sure. Interested to see how the Red Viper does.
Yeah, we've seen Gamma on their Jacko, obviously very, very high level. This is a little bit of a wild card matchup. Potentially might swing in the favor of Gamma a lot. I'm not sure how strong their Gold Lewis is.
Ooh,
well,
again with the throw there on the run through, very consistent. That's that layer 1 option against Leo. Gotta have that on deck, and also recognize when you can't do it.
Yeah, it's that kind of a handshake. Like Leo's gonna do this. Do you want to lose the matchup or do you want to win the matchup? If you can't throw this, you're just probably gonna lose.
Yeah, pretty much. You don't want to block it, which is strange to say, but yeah, you don't generally speaking.
It's like, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, didn't have enough space there to cross up in the corner.
Oh, okay. Nice check on the dive kick there.
Isn't a lot of minus in this game. Ooh, this time gets a cross up.
How it lands, the dive kick, and they added a jump cancel to it in this patch, so you can actually do like JD jump cancel JD and stupid stuff like that.
Ooh, I actually haven't seen a lot of that. Oh, that's perfect punish. Very nice. Reads the machine gun, jumps, sees the machine gun go off, air dash in, get the punish. Good stuff.
The same thing is true for Pot's ass, by the way. Fucking jump cancel that on block too.
It was an unfortunate throw. Gamma was just standing there ready to take the throw, but Red Viper just didn't dash deep enough. Yeah, look at that. Gamma's so ready. And being able to grab that Berserker Slash is one of those abilities that really doesn't depend on what character you're playing. You learn it on one character, you know it on all characters.
The fundamentals.
Ooh, that was so ambiguous. Yeah, sometimes you're in a spacing where you're not quite sure if the Berserker Slash is gonna cross or not. That was definitely one of those. Ooh, straight into RC. Probably wanted to go for a fast RC, but missed it. When I see RCs like that, it's usually like you're trying to utilize the fast pace of the match and trying to catch them off guard. Oh, again, the Red Viper just barely out of range for those throws. And any pressure is probably gonna... Yeah. Went for the Hail Mary once again, but Gamma is so ready. It's like... Gamma's just waiting for those throws. Starting to catch a little bit of a hunch of how the Red Viper wants to defend. Right, stagger pressure. We're being wild.
Oh, interesting. Okay. That JK was super high up. Not sure what the plan was.
All right, we got a round. Oh man, look at the hitbox. All right, with the parry stance, able to get a small hit. Now here's a good jump from Gamma. Both players putting on the RPS options, being able to jump over the opponent's projectiles. The usual Lewis stuff. Ouch!
Frame trap. Unfortunate.
Oh, Charlie, that really hurt. You can really feel the force behind Gold Lewis's strikes.
For sure. This is Behemoth. Exactly. Do you think people are finally done sleeping on this character?
I think so, considering how many people actually play Gold Lewis now. Oh, the cross up. Oh, he's actually gonna get a combo of that. Not quite. Ooh, the YRC gets the Red Viper some pressure, frame trap, but no conversion.
Oh, anti-air. Anti-air Behemoth.
Yeah, Behemoth, one of those buttons that, like, even if you miss it, it has a high chance of accidentally anti-airing because it tends to sweep around in front of you.
Yep. Okay, there's also that one that like hits behind you, so you can like catch a cross-up attempt. And...
Yeah, of course, depending on which Behemoth you go for.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Let's see your biggest punish. Combo video time.
Wait, what? What? Baiting a burst that wasn't there, maybe? I don't know. I think that was weird.
Either way, gets to keep their position. This time, Red Viper has the RC. It's the cross up. Now it's time. Cue up the jungle drums. It's go time.
Nice.
Dunk him. One more.
Imagine having a command throw that's so slow that if you backdash it too early, it still catches you. Beautiful. 10 points.
Damn, again, so close but so far. Not being able to finish off Gamma, and Gamma capitalizing immediately. I like the spacing where Red Viper is standing though. I think that's your go-to Gold Lewis neutral plan. You stand just outside of their Behemoth range and then try to go for a whip punish. Awake once again. Yeah, even on hit, that 5D not charge isn't gonna lead into much. And now the life disadvantage here for the Red Viper. Has to spend a lot of meter on that FD to not get chipped out. Whoa, that was a very respectful burst for Gamma. Doesn't want to let Red Viper do anything even though he has such a massive life lead. Oh, the patience! Waiting for Red Viper to land in front of them. And because he used air options, gonna go into that landing recovery, and that throw was pretty much guaranteed at that point. Now the position for Behemoth. Ooh, close slash. Get them out of the sky. A reversal of positions here for Red Viper though. Haven't been able to get a whole lot out of this situation yet. It's like we've been on this corner position, but not able to open Gamma up consistently. Look at that again. The anti-air is there. Cross up, Berserker slash. We're getting, yeah, here's the problem. We're getting just small hits for the Red Viper, whereas when Gamma hits, you know he's gonna hit hard.
Cool.
Yeah, I was looking for that low because that parry stance vulnerable to lows. Ooh, was that a punish? Whoa, that traded! Wait a second! He got the parry, but then cancelled into the Behemoth Typhoon. I guess it does make sense because Behemoth Typhoon has a pretty protected hitbox usually. And from that spacing, just...
Oh!
Wow.
Oh, really? Really, like that air throw was, industrious.
Alright, decent damage here. Alright, see if we keep the pressure going. Oh, but... It's only small hits. We're getting DP here and there, but that's probably not gonna be enough to threaten the risk reward against Gold Lewis. That's like partly thanks to Gamma's very strong defense. You better be from downtown. Oh no!
Oh wait, that was a mistake, surely.
Yeah, I don't
Probably
think combos. I don't think you would start combos with that.
No, yeah.
Right, another opportunity here for the Red Viper. How are we gonna get through the tough guard of Gammas? See, Gamma doesn't really have to even stand up for those 5Ds. I think 5D non-charged on hit, that's neutral on hit, is it not?
Yeah, it's like without meter, it's not much of a threat.
Yeah, so unless the Red Viper puts the charged 5D option on the table, there's essentially no need for Gamma to ever even stand up.
Yeah,
essentially.
Especially with like a health pool as large as Gold Lewis's.
Right.
You can afford to take a few stray hits.
Uh-oh, the disjoint there. Again, being very patient, waiting for a Red Viper to land next to you. Trying to bait the throw. This time the Red Viper not biting. Man, look at that.
Beautiful end here.
Yeah, Gamma's just pretty much chilling.
Oh!
Ooh, interesting. That Berserker Slash in the face is definitely quite minus for Leo, but still able to put a 2k in there. But now, ooh, that was brave. That's actually something you do need against Gold Lewis. If Gold Lewis goes for those slow plus frame behemoths, sometimes you just gotta RPS. Prevent him from doing those.
Ooh,
Good
nice.
6 speed. Oh, again, a chance.
Yeah.
We've been here before. We've seen this maneuver as well before, but is he able to use the D? No.
I think he had just dashed forward, so
Yeah.
probably just didn't have enough time to activate.
Almost. If the dash was a little earlier, might have been able to D there. Man, Gamma already 6? That was sort of what I was potentially expecting to happen, because this is kind of like off skill bracket match. Red Viper obviously being the underdog. This time even stands up to block. Yeah, oh my goodness, Gamma. Well, that's one tool that Gamma hasn't been ready for, the command grab. But again, the risk reward, you're not getting that much out of those command grabs. They are very, very nice tools to finish the round with for sure. But as for your like meat and potatoes, how you're gonna basically deal most of your damage,
Okay.
Compared to this, it is just mosquito bites, and now Gamma on set point.
Okay.
It's been a gold Lewis mauling for. Ooh, a little too late there. And now once again.
Interesting hit there. Kind of hard to convert, I'd imagine. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a punish.
It was so deep.
Using the last bit of meter they can, but Gamma so ready. That would be the most valuable Berserker slash getting out of the corner. But Gamma says nah.
Look at that chip.
Uh-oh. Yeah, goes for the low.
The long leg of the law.
That was... Yeah, another good display that Gamma knows the matchup inside and out. Was just ready for pretty much everything that the TheRedViper was throwing their way.
That was yeah, that was a fairly convincing performance. But I do think, you know, still a fairly good showing from the TheRedViper. Like, no one can blame anyone for losing to Gamma.
Yeah. The only person you can blame is the goddamn Tio who set me up against a player who is very, very tough.
Yeah, Miri. What the fuck are you doing?
Shame on you, Miri.
You know what? I saw Miri play this game like a couple days ago.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, he posted a clip on Twitter and everything. I was like, wait, what? What's happening here? Miri, you okay, buddy? Why are you playing Strive?
I think Miri is pretty prone to posting tech, but as far as actually playing the game, I wonder if Miri is gonna jump in that Happy Chaos train.
Oh, who knows?
All right, moving on to the next one. We got Tibe, Faust player from Finland, facing up against Cemoker.
Tibelius, another passionate player, to be sure. Or as he's known here, Dr. Maldhead. I still love that. So good.
Yeah, Tibe has been pretty much a Faust player throughout the lifespan of Strive, but has consistently been going to those DLC characters, test driving them out, and especially applying for bounty hunters. The first event when the new character comes out, we've always seen Tibe on the driver's seat, trying out the new stuff, checking out if this would be their new main. So far, Gold Lewis hasn't been hitting. Jacko wasn't hitting too hard, but has wanted to try out Happy Chaos. Let's see after this if that character fits him better than the previous ones. But now, still in the old patch, on Faust, Cemoker on their rather newish character. Obviously an Anji player at the start. Now I've been playing Nago for quite some weeks. And we'll see if Cemoker is able to do it against the, I guess quotations, more experienced player, as at least more experienced piloting their character.
And Tibelius, of course, I mean, has that exert experience as well.
For sure.
Of that. So fundamentals, definitely there.
So far, Cemoker, very convincing performance here on round 1. Virtually no damage delivered from Dr. Malthead himself. That was an animatic throw for sure. Round start 2P, dash into a throw. Yeah, had to dodge that. The horn there.
Oh, wow. Not sure why that hit. Maybe Cemoker was trying to 6P a little late or something?
Wow, that's gonna feel bad. Getting the throw and then getting the horn as well. Cemoker just getting everything.
Oh, wow. Does it still hit? And
Ozenchi, yep.
Oh, okay. Oh. Plus
That
a
was...
lot, but yeah. That was a fully charged Scarecrow, which would have been plus a lot on block, but with the trade, Cemoker takes it.
As far as this matchup goes, I think Faust is one of the better suited characters to tackle the Nago matchup, theoretically, I think.
I've heard that too, but I have also been looking at the Discord of recent, and I believe, generally speaking, Tibelius is not a fan.
It is definitely a matchup where you don't have the... Oh my god! The combo breaker from the Horde!
Matibo has heard the opposite? Okay.
It's like, when I hear Nago players talking about matchups, it's like, in addition to like Axel or like Zato, they usually don't like this one, but I mean, the Faust player definitely has to play really tight, perfect neutraling, because like there's no way you're gonna be challenging these combos. Oh, I say that and we see
I
it.
feel like it might be a case of like the neutral is annoying or something like that, but the other black and white facts on the paper are Nago does a lot of damage, Faust can't soak up a lot of it, and Faust does very little damage, and Nago can certainly take a lot of it.
Ooh, the big frame trap.
And yeah, the fact that items have a lot of recovery in this game, probably not good in this matchup, because you probably can't enter your block strings with items, because I assume Nagoriyuki can react with like Kamuriyuki or just a button, much like how Mei does with Dolphins.
He's going in the sequence, avoiding the self-explosion. A YRC back immediately. Doesn't want to let Cemoker get out of this situation. And that's around, yes!
Very nice.
Tibe on board. Saying, look, you newcomer scum, I'll show you how it's done.
Lagoriyuki.
Lagoriyuki.
Losing to Faust, bro. Now that's cringe.
Tibe somewhat starting to find their pace here at neutral. Jump heavies, preventing the jump-ins. Ooh, nice crawl there, going under the far slash. It's definitely one of those tools that require experience from Faust players. Faust has so many like weird things that you just, you know, as a Faust player, you gotta learn compared to other characters.
PRC is interesting because I've seen it a couple times now, but I'm still not sure if it's like how legit the mix-up is. I mean, it's like close slash or throw or command throw, but is it actually fast enough that you can't just jump out of it? Does the close slash catch your jump?
I wonder.
Maybe it depends,
but this one's gonna kill. Again, the damage difference between these characters, Nago. It's like a mother trucker.
Oh, absolutely. Probably the highest damage potential in the game. Well, maybe there's Pot, but, you know.
Yeah, we got a couple. It's like Nago, Sol, Pot, even Mei now with the new ping pong combos.
Sure, that's true. Oh, and Gold Lewis.
Right, Gold Lewis. Can't forget about that, dude. I think it's like you do generally like pretty much all characters do a shit ton of damage on Strive. It's more like
except Faust.
Yeah, I think you gotta consider like the frequency of with which these characters can convert into their big combos rather than the damage they can actually deal. Oh wow, what a combo from Tibe!
There's also the like fact that like Faust, Dako, these are like characters that don't have a lot in the way of damage, and they're like pretty consistently marked as some of the worst characters in the game. So I feel like that kind of makes sense. Checks out.
Again, good crawl under. Tried to mix up with the left right using Scarecrow, but Again, the same combo. That just looks so cool when you utilize Scare combo mid-combo. Scare combo?
Scare combo? Scare crombo?
Oh my god, I'm stealing that. Doing the Scare combos.
Yeah, that's pretty good actually.
Ow. Ow. That's... Where did half my life go?
You know. Oh!
Whoa! Whoa! What's happening here?
Oh, yikes. Scary. Oh, nice. 6H hitting from full screen away.
Whoa, able to poke that Kamuryuki.
I didn't pay attention to the blurred.
But no, yeah, that's gonna... Yeah.
With the chip out, I would assume. I didn't see FD flash at least, so...
Sometimes you can't expect them to just sit still while you have Blood Rage on. Especially when you're at 1 hit point.
Ryrede is so weird in this game because you can like 6P it super late. Like I find myself often like reacting kind of dull.
Right.
In the 6P.
And in terms of what rewards you get in this game, in the old games you could full screen 6P Ryrede, but you wouldn't get much because you wouldn't get like hard knockdown. This game, most of characters should get hard knockdown out of that, so you get decent rewards.
And Nagoriyuki specifically gets, thanks to the new clone, I think he gets like a full combo into Skull Break. So that's cool.
Ow.
I think it was coast to coast as well.
Yeah, already the amount of distance the clone is traveling there is gonna cover like half a screen.
Yeah. Obviously that's blood dependent. I don't remember if the combo used meter, but you know, it's something to consider.
Ooh, nice check. Runs under the jump D. Jump D from Nago, obviously. Upwards hitting.
Ooh, rare footage. The super actually hitting.
Actually having a super that now breaks the wall. Yeah! For at least a little bit of extra damage. And an Oki.
Well, yeah.
Oh, Tiba did commit to a hit.
Yeah,
but
that
still,
was needy. Pretty sure.
Very decent life lead here. Good place for Tiba to be. Ooh, the last hit of the par slash sequence. Uh-oh. Tiba might actually have the burst here. Decides to use it. Again, 0 hit points here. Wow. I didn't see that.
Oh.
Missing the OTG. No matter, we still have the pressure situation here. We have the position. Nice!
Into the corner as well. Beautiful stuff. Now, gotta work with this.
Uh-oh.
Annoy him.
Ah! Very costly. What's that called?
What's what called?
The thing when you do like a block string and then you catch them pressing buttons, that thing.
What?
Frame trap? That's the one.
Frame trap?
That's the one. Oh my god.
Man, we're video gamers over here. Fighting gamers, even. This should be enough. Faust also gets OTG close slash in the corner, I think so.
Yeah. But what I wanted to say, very high commitment there without meter when you do the mix frame trap. Unless you manage to space it like somehow perfectly.
Ooh, that's a lot of blood. That's a lot of blood.
He was waiting for that as well.
Oh. Yeah, this is optimal.
I see. Yeah.
Meter, yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah.
That was so unfortunate. He was I think he was like bursting to not getting that position, but the burst actually made it worse. It actually gave Tiba like the perfect punish opportunity.
It's kind of interesting. Weird interaction, but hey, that's Guilty Gear.
Yeah,
Faust is a bit of a Nago killer, really. A lot of people will disagree with you.
but that just goes to show how like people have varying opinions about this matchup, and that's kind of cool.
I know what it is. It's because like Nago killer is defined as a matchup that is like only 6-4 for Nagos.
Right, that's actually a good point. Like even matchups that are even, like even you could say even Anji is a Nago killer because Nago is that top tier to beat. So as long as you have a character who has like even an even matchup, that's like,
hey, this character can compete.
Yeah.
Nago killer.
Yeah, it does make sense.
A little bit. It's dumb, but yeah, true.
Oh. Yeah.
A little bit YOLO.
I mean, that would have checked like Roundstar Kamuryuki, would have pretty much checked any button from Nago. Again, very even, 3 apiece here.
Yep. I'm starting to see slight hints of Tibelius' frustration, though, which is, let's hope he can find his center, find Nirvana.
Ooh, that's so cool, though.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, a couple of characters who can really utilize that.
Is that gonna hit, actually, because of the... Oh my god!
It was so high.
That whiffed by a bum hair.
Yummy. One more. Has the bomb as well? Yeah, that's... Ooh.
No escape.
Catch these explosions.
Not sure if Cemoker even had enough meter to FD all of that, so...
It's like one of the biggest rewards for Faust, is it not? Is it like compared to how much damage his other combos do?
Yeah, Redere is actually like if you just hit Redere, that's very decent damage. And I think it builds a decent amount of meter as well.
Yeah. As per usual, Redere has always built a lot. Oh, Tiba tried to go for the super pre-flash PRC.
Okay. Ooh,
Yo,
I like
the
that.
respect.
Not
Lots
gonna
of-
use the meter. Instead, ooh, that clone is so bad in this matchup. Like the fact that you can't even item throw from full screen. Oof.
Yeah, that's honestly such a great option. If you see Faust, spacing themselves far away, throwing those bags, just stand full screen and send the clone to do your job.
It's like, I think a lot of these conceptions of these, less good matchups for Nago might be still like, thinking of last patch, because like Axel is now a lot easier to deal with thanks to the new clone. Faust is a lot easier to deal with because of the new clone. Like this seems to be the trend. The new clone is just, doing a lot of work.
Was that enough? Yes! One hit confirm. Why do a difficult combo when this will kill? Cemoker once again, grasping the lead. Were they gonna change how projectiles interact with each other? I think I heard some talks about that.
I don't remember that, but then again, there's something I missed.
Ooh, that was full screen! Just like old games, Rerere doesn't quite reach unless you take a couple of steps forward.
Ooh, nice catch on the backdash. Oh, setting up the fully plus Scarecrow. That was nutty. I like that. That's cool.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Tipe doesn't have a burst here. The best juggle of his life.
That sure is fair.
Imagine if he had super there.
Yeah, I might have killed.
Yeah, that would have been so close. Now Tipe has to fight through that massive life. Yeah.
Oh, there's the 6P.
Oh, with the bomb!
Oh! Yo!
Michael Bay!
And again with the plus Scarecrow. Ah! Tipe!
Tipe's really running this back. Oh my god, this is gonna be so great. But now Cemoker has all the resources in the game.
No, please do that.
RC, yeah?
And blood goes flute and yes!
Yo, he wants to fight! 6
Not
speed!
likely.
Oh my god, and he hit his gonna do
No!
that!
I hate this!
So close!
I hate this so much!
What a clutch comeback attempt there from Tibelius.
Cemoker lost that round like 5 times.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I will not lose.
Ooh, nice. Crawling under. And now, get the command grab. Yeah. Small damage. Death by 1,000 cuts. Ooh, the Fro's gonna explode. Ah, it was ODG though.
Oh. I'm
Interesting.
guessing he was hoping for a hammer, maybe? I don't know. And here's the setup. That's plus. That's plus!
Yo, that's kind of cool. I don't often see people charging that scarecrow fully, so I would expect it's like, all right, it hits, so I'm plus. Wait, I'm not plus? I'm getting hit? What?
Yeah, I think that specific situation is where you can set it up in the corner from that like hard knockdown. Never seen that before, but that's super cool.
Yeah, definitely probably something Faust needs. You're gonna need all the tools that you can get to catch them off guard. Ooh, almost popping.
Oh, nice.
Was he trying to back walk into the Fro?
Oh. Yo, what is that overhead?
The mix!
30! He was airborne?
Yo, Tibelius showing some stuff. Oh, did she know? Doesn't need it.
What was that tag? That was like the lowest to the ground JS I've seen it in my entire life. What? Where's the JH actually? Which one is the spear?
That's the JH.
Yeah. That was so crazy. Cool. I'm guessing you get a decent conversion out of that as well because of the BRC slowdown.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, 6p on point, full screen. Wait, but that didn't...
Ooh, I'm not sure if that was... it looked like it was pretty early, but then again... Faust.
Yeah, 2K has also multi-hits and... probably a lot of...
Be really careful here. Now Cemoker can't use the clone anymore because it does cost a full bar of blood.
Immediate burst. We have level 2 on board though. Trying to snipe Tibelius out of the sky.
Oh! Ah! Footsie's money.
Leg inte. There's the... I think jump D range doesn't get upgraded if you have high blood, right? Or does it? For Nagon?
I'm not sure.
It does? Alright. Good stuff on Tibelius being able to stay out of that range then. Ow, ow, fancy hit! But is he gonna pop? He is gonna pop!
Yep, there we go.
But in...
And...
Oh, that's a punish! Yo!
Good kill.
Oh my god, that's actually gonna kill! He gets the wall break? Not quite!
Wait, but Nago with the guts? Bro, no! Oh god. Okay.
Nice.
Ooh.
Drilling past that 2S. Good footsies there for Tibelius. Man, they're going so toe-to-toe, back and forth. Now it's Tibelius' time to crash the lead once again. 5-4.
Oh, man. Tibelius is smooth.
Yeah, I gotta say, Tibelius has so much more stuff to show for Faust compared to the last time I saw him play.
Oh, yeah.
But he has been on a little bit of a break, I think.
Tibet takes a lot of mental health vacations from the game. And,
Yeah.
You know, I think that's, you know, if that's what works for him, that's good.
I love how you put that, mental health vacations. That's actually a good way to put it. That's essentially what it is. Sometimes you just need a timeout.
Yep.
Good block
Nothing
there.
wrong with it. You know, you should process these games in exactly the way that you need to.
And sometimes when you hit a plateau, it's like impossible to completely reset your brain unless you go on a short vacation.
Nice mix loop.
So much meter. What's it gonna be? Nice block. Gets the overhead again.
Ooh, ah! Gets hit by 6H. Yo, the conversiones.
Was staying pretty tight, but Tibe sunk like 100 meter on that pressure exchange.
By the way, you know, if you guys are interested in this spicy, fast gameplay, we should know that Tibelius does stream pretty often on old Twitch here.
Mm-hmm. And you better be expecting that as soon as the new character patch goes online, Tibe is gonna be streaming and labbing out happy chaos. Is that what he does? Yo, tries to jump D again with Nago, but Tibe just snipes it with jump heavy from Faust. Baits the throw. Oh, yes.
Looking pretty good for Tibelius Faust here.
That was the perfect time to turn on the heat as well. Around when both players were at 4 points, Tibe gets 2 in a row, and now it's gonna be looking pretty sweaty for Cemoker here. Alright, the momentum burst. Able to barely keep Tibe in the corner, spending burst as well to get a little bit of real estate. This time it hits!
Oh, but I think thanks to Love being out already, Cemoker didn't actually get a conversion there.
Yeah, right. That doesn't disappear when Faust gets hit.
Same goes for all items, I think. So that's good. That's good.
Yo, going under. Tibe's being so active going under that far slash. Yeah, look at that again. Ooh, almost gets a whiff punish. And drilling. It's like Faust does have a lot of good tools against a lot of Nago's tools.
Hey, the side switch. Maybe he just went like too far, accidentally.
1 hit point once again.
Why would you do that?
That was risky.
That was very risky. Stupidly risky, even. Could have just chilled.
It's frames from the Love. Finds the frame trap at the overhead. Have to stay still. The little guy is still here. Ooh, that was so good from Cemoker. He's not gonna trip to the banana field.
Wait! Wait for 5D?
Hello? Did you get the patch notes? It's
this
not
is an excerpt, bro.
This is definitely not info anymore. Oh, that's gonna be a bait. Yeah, Tipe doesn't have a burst
Somewhere
here.
out there, Naga is crying. No!
What did you do to my little boy?
I just want to use 5D as a DP. Kind of. I wish they added that back in, honestly. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, new Guilty Gear players will never know. Yeah, that's gonna be a punish. Oh, yo, he's gonna spend it. Wall break.
Ooh.
Alright, lucky for Tibe.
Nice throw.
Now has the corner, but has to run it back. It's gonna be one of those games. Yo, the jump heavy loops! That was actual damage!
Yep. Can't believe they patched in damage for Faust. That should be it, right? Although, still got a burst on deck.
Yeah, probably going to bait it out as well. Uh-oh. The one hit. Either way.
Here's Harry. All right, what's the mix? Oh, what? The backdash avoided 2k actives? Goddamn. Tried to go for the JD again. No! No! Oh
Right.
God, all the resources spent. You better get this. No!
And that's a big disadvantage. Tibe has to fight this out without burst at all. Good opportunity for Cemoker to make it even.
Was Tibe even paying attention to the blood is my question? Like, I think that was like an accident.
But that 6P was too early there for Rere.
Oh.
Oh, very nice.
Anything could still happen. Don't get careless, Tibet.
Oh. Self explodes.
The love still. Oh no!
Yo, this time. Did the
Not
back
like
hit?
this. Not like this.
Right, no Oki though. No super wall break. Man, there. Yo, the respect.
Bro. You're scared. I can smell it.
I would be scared as well. Holy hell.
Yes, the guy kissed neutral. Indeed. Never stop, just go. All right, Timo, let's do it. Take it home.
All right, now it's Cemoker again, who has to run this back to stay in the set.
Hail Mary 5D in the last moments. Oh God. All right, are we gonna stay in RC here? Yep.
Tibes really cashing in on that respect.
Oh! Critical drop.
Again, the throw after throw. Cemoker has a burst. How is it gonna be used?
Yeah.
The banana peel.
Yeah.
The combo breaker.
Oh, 6P, the goud.
Immediate counter burst.
Yo,
is he done?
Final
He is done. Bam. Baiting the burst.
Oust, everybody. God damn.
Potentially the last time you're ever gonna see him on Faust.
I don't know about that.
if I mean, history tends to repeat itself. If it's the Tibelius cycle, hope for the new character. Yeah, that is definitely the Tibelius cycle. Hope for the DLC character to be good, play for a while, and then go back to Faust. All right, good shit.
Right. Very excellent. Next up, more Nago with Orochi. I don't think I've seen Orochi play. And I've not seen JMB play this game in a very long time. So looking forward to seeing both.
Yeah, I've seen JMB play Strive like never, I think.
I think I played like a game or two against him at launch, and then I've not seen what's been happening since then. So interested to see how this goes.
Yeah.
He's been playing a lot recently for this set. That's one thing I really admire about JMB. He really does put the work in. I hope his hard work pays off, because I don't want this man to uninstall the game.
Nah, it'll be fine. He'll be back eventually. After a week.
True. He already said he will. Well, it is what it is.
But yeah, like we hyped up earlier, JMB is definitely an advanced category player. Probably not the player who's gonna win the tournament, but definitely like a top 8 contender kind of a guy.
I mean, it would help if he played the game more. I feel like if this was his main game, if he spent a lot of time on this, he could be definitely a top contender easily.
My Nago might have broken him. Shit.
Oh. GG is a party game now. This will never get better. Eesh. Sheesh.
That's I love those one-liners.
Oh man. That's a yikes for me. Well, we'll see how it goes. We're here to bear witness to whatever happens. You know, we're just observers here. You know, it's not like we set these up. It's all minity, unless it's a really good match like the last one. Then it's it's obviously Q. Yeah.
Then it's me and you.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm definitely there. Pulling the string. I looked at the spreadsheet, which means I participated.
Yeah. Because I mean, if there were some problems there in the matchup, you would have definitely told me. So you supervised the whole process.
Very true.
You basically did more than half the job.
Very true. And as a expert commentator, I know all of these players and their strengths and their weaknesses. Especially that Rygand guy. He sucks. Hey. So we're waiting on the players right now?
Yeah, let me shoot both players a DM.
He might suck, but he's very handsome. You need to stop flirting with me right now. Cease this. We're in public.
Oh my. Are you blushing?
No. I only just now noticed that we've got 2 Jackos today. That's cool.
Yeah, we've had Jackos back to back a couple of weeks in a row, and high level ones as well.
Very nice.
So, this matchup is interesting. Overall, this has been an interesting night for Nago matchups, since all the characters on the roster have somewhat of an okay matchup to this top tier beast. And yeah, we've seen some clean neutral from certain Kai players. We've seen what clean neutraling can do in this matchup. Had that. I'm always gonna go back to that Vermi Kai versus Yalis Nago matchup. That was just like textbook perfect example how this matchup should be played. But these players are not Vermi nor Yalis. In fact, as it stands in fighting games, every player is very different. Are you smiling because of Yalis?
It's I'm just here thankful that no one is like Yalis. He's a unique boy, one of a kind.
Yeah, and also the Install 2021 Guilty Gear Strive Grand Champion. So
absolutely, yeah, that was, we had a pretty cool event. For those who maybe missed it, I don't know. It was pretty neat. There were a lot of tough competitors in top 8, and then some less tough competitors, like this one bald guy. But like really cool little tournament we had there. Reinstall. I'm sure you guys can find the VODs still. If you were interested in some Finnish Guilty Gear offline, by the way, that was cool. Thanks to certain new developments, we might not be getting that again for a while. But
speaking of install, I heard there's gonna be a little bit of a follow-up thingy on install twitch.tv/installgg.
Oh, yeah, you have received privileged information. Indeed, on this Wednesday, there might be a little something for you to enjoy on Install GG at around 6 p.m. Finish time. So what was that? EST right now, right?
EET.
EET, that's the one. Yeah. We'll be playing a little bit of a kind of salty sweet kind of situation several weeks past the event, with myself against Elda Potemkin in both Exerd and Strive. Back to back. Because fuck us. We hate ourselves. So we'll be doing that. There may be, it's a fairly casual affair. We've practiced a little bit for it, but we just kind of want to throw some hands for a good cause. That being Install GG getting hopefully affiliate. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we might be playing Exerd. We'll play an FT7 in Exerd, May versus Potemkin. Then we'll play the same set in Strive, but it'll be FT10, so a longer set even. And alcohol might be involved. We'll see. Responsible use of alcohol products,
especially Yal.
Right, and no, not at the Arcade Piccolo. This will be on Wednesday. So that's the 1st, right? 1st of December. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, I believe so. I can't get hold of Orochi at the moment, so we might have to play your match next, Rygand.
Oh my. And the set, for the record, the sets will be played offline, so no online stuff there. Tag me in? Midori versus JMB? How about it?
Yo, real shit. Let's we can definitely play that, but let's give Orochi a couple of moments that we can play rest of the matchups before we settle on that conclusion.
Okay.
So let me send JuxtAPoser a message.
Sure. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Xrd is pretty good, yeah. Shame that YRC is such a piece of shit mechanic, but you know, everything else is pretty cool.
I always thought YRC was fine.
It depends. You know, there's flavors and shades there to consider. You know, like, okay, some projectile YRCs are maybe fine, others are not. Example A, Zweihander YRC.
Oh yeah, that's a tool for sure.
How's about this Pineberry YRC? How's about this JD YRC?
But is that a problem with the game, or is that a problem with the character in question?
I don't know. YRC is just annoying sometimes. If it didn't eat your inputs, I think it would be better. But then again, like, you know, that's just a thing where, like, I mean, when you're using it, it's fine. When the opponent is using it, then it's bullshit. Very Guilty Gear in that one.
Yeah, it's like the risk reward of using YRC comes from, you know, kinda. It's hard to evaluate, especially like because. So the balancing factor for YRC is that it is a commitment in terms of meter. It does cost you like around 50 meter if you consider the 25 you're going to be spending and then the meter that you're going to be denied for the next 6 seconds. So if you use YRC and then you can't get anything done with it, that is a massive meter investment, which is essentially like how you kind of gotta look at it. And if you understand how important meter is in Guilty Gear games, then it kind of you sort of start warming up to the mechanic if you can just like think about it in the right way.
Because
but obviously,
mechanic and danger time is not. Excuse you, danger time is based. Don't believe these chip players' lies. Danger time is great.
But obviously in the moment when you have like Kai in your face and you're like kind of low health and they have like 100 meter and they can do like 2 projectile YRCs and there's nothing you can do about it, and you eat a mix-up and then you eat another mix-up, obviously it is fucked up. But if you get put in that situation and they build their meter, then I mean
what's hip-hop happening? Do we have JuxtAPoser in the lobby there, or?
I believe so. So if JMB is listening, we're gonna skip your guys' matchup for a while. We give Orochi a little bit of extra time to join. Let me also notify JMB on Discord.
And might be getting a surprise Midori opponent if Orochi is missing in action.
Start the prediction. How would you rate this matchup, by the way? May versus Faust. May favorite, right?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I'd say just because of... I mean, obviously people are going to disagree with me, but I do think that Faust has some fairly decent buttons to challenge May's more oppressive neutral tools. Like 5H is really good, right? But Faust can actually deal with that button fairly well as compared to some other characters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's Faust's favorite by any means. I just don't think that it's as bad as it maybe could be. Something like that.
Yeah, May 5 heavy is fine as long as it doesn't counter hit. and then you lose 80% of your life in the corner and you're like, dice go, what the fuck?
Alright, I'm gonna go play this set and I'll see you on the other side of it.
Right.
Bye.
Good luck. Alright, he's here. JuxtAPoser. We've heard a lot about this guy. I've seen a little bit of this guy in the tournaments as well recently, and I gotta say, he looks very, very promising. Saw them stream the other day as well. Let's see what Rygand has against what seems to be, according to legend, one of the better Faust players in EU. Not sure if we're talking about the best one, but definitely one of the better ones. And man, I gotta tell you how desperately thirsty I am for top level Faust play. Because this character looks absolutely sick when played perfectly. But it does require you a little bit of... you need to have a little bit of finesse, especially in your neutraling. Right at the bat, not a single opportunity for Rygand to get in. That's what your go-to Faust experience is gonna be. That wouldn't combo, right? Would it? No. That's pretty much how your Faust matchups are usually gonna go. You keep the opponent out, deal a little bit damage at a time, and just prevent the opponent from getting their game started. Ooh, nice fast RC into a command grab. We have the Afro on board. He's gonna explode soon. Yeah, using the threat of the exploding Afro to get another one. And obviously Rygand really can't justify burst here. It would be madness. Good play from JuxtAPoser. Sees the blue RC. Basically judges that Rygand is way too far away to get any kind of realistic dash-in started. Ooh, nice punish there on the beach ball. Oh my god, 5 heavy does have a little bit of recovery still. So definitely whiff punishable. Putting a lot of command grabs on the table. RC, that's gonna be it. Rygand doesn't get the burst. Very convincing first round. And I think the rumors might be true. Now Rygand is a very strong player in their own right, of course. Especially in terms of the finish skill. Oh, are we? Yeah, alright. I was starting to sweat there. We are not getting disconnected today. Faust 2P. Very interesting round start button. There's a lot of characters that can clash with that button. And then the class after the class situation, have you labbed your RPS options? What do you cancel into? There are a lot of interesting options that you can go for. I think May can go for S-Dolphin, for example. Ooh, nice. Dash deep, get a 6P. Good abare from JuxtAPoser. Doesn't let Rygand get the dominant corner one. And now I feel like JuxtAPoser forcing Rygand to slow down a little. Needs to consider how to approach. RC obviously keep themselves safe. Nice, the double jump! Baits the anti-air and delivers a decent amount of damage. The jump D, very hard to anti-air. Finds the 5 heavy, okay. Ooh, that was a dogfight at the end there. I feel like Rygand might have actually dropped their combo as well. The corner carrying one. Very respectful here on defense. The bomb is on the board. Both players having to respect. Nice jump in. Doesn't get a counter hit though. Ooh, drilling, jump 2K. Very decent. Ooh, is he gonna combo into the bomb? Oh, the bomb just exposed. I think JuxtAPoser was banking on that bomb, maybe getting a wall break for him. But now Rygand. Ooh, this is the May damage. I know that didn't do that much. The starter wasn't the cleanest of them all. Nice, coming down with jump 2K, crossing up. Is JuxtAPoser. JuxtAPoser has to burst this. Oh, no burst! But also it didn't kill. Whoa, 1 hit point. JuxtAPoser, the knowledge. Red RC misses the throw and it hits it again. OTG, no OTG. And Rygand jumps the command grab. What a match. Holy frick. There was so much stuff in there. I was surprised. I thought most characters get out of that air grab, they would get OTG in the corner, right? Or maybe I'm mistaken. Either way, 1-1. Damn. I'd rather neutral trade straight into the command grab, utilizing the threat of the little guy. Whoa, the jump D goes the wrong way. How? Explain, Daisuke. No damage coming in. Luckily for JuxtAPoser, Rygand doesn't have the meter here, so going back to neutral. JuxtAPoser, full resources. Rygand only with positive bonus, but that positive bonus very fast transitions into 50 meter. Doesn't respect the horde. Immediate burst, wants to take it. Bombs from above. Is that gonna be it? Yo, this super doesn't do that much damage, but I think Rygand was low enough. It should kill. Yes. Yo, we're going down swinging. Full screen, getting whiff punished. First swinging around that 5-8. Ooh, putting themselves into the corner. But just as fast as they got in there, got out. JuxtAPoser wants to avoid the corner position. We all know the damage that May can deal in there. 50 meter to corner carry. Back to neutral. Ooh. Yeah, JuxtAPoser is very, very aware of that 5 heavy from May. And Rygand has to be careful with that. Because JuxtAPoser is backing off, basically putting themselves in a spacing where the 5 heavy is not the most threatening tool. Even if you counter hit at that range, May's probably not gonna get much out of it. The round start, 2K, stuffing the dolphin. Big Cough Club, here we go. Into the command grab. JuxtAPoser so active with their RPS options. That command grab basically telling Rygand, alright, you can't sit still. Time to start pressing buttons. Time to start doing something. Nice, double jump from Rygand, avoiding the potential incoming air throw. That time, JuxtAPoser chose to not go for it. RC for the pressure. JuxtAPoser has the positive bonus. Wasting time with the block string. Oh, it's the horde that's gonna finish the job. Ooh, the tail in the last active frame still getting hit in. 2 bombs on the board. Is he gonna self-explode? Oh no! But Rygand luckily doesn't get a pick up. That bomb historically has been a very potent combo starter. 5 heavy trading. Rygand using the meter gets a counter hit in the corner. This could potentially be it. Is that? No, not quite. Doesn't have the 50 meter to seal the deal. Back to neutral. Ooh, full screen. Yo, dashing! And that's what Rygand was talking about earlier. He was boasting that even I can react to that. If I'm ready to react, I will react to that full screen with a 6P. And backing up the boasts. However, If your timing is not right, you might end up getting whiff punished for your troubles, though. Alright, meteors coming down. Whoa! Not getting hit by the meteors on the way down. That's great. Rygand switching the positions. And now, oh. It is gold burst, so recovers a little bit faster than usual. A lot of meter here for JuxtAPoser. Yo! Oh, the meteors explodes himself! No! Yo, wait! That was that mini Faust? So much stuff happening there. That was I think that was the 100 meter super as well. So much chaos put on the screen, and the screen position sort of prevented you from seeing all the items that were coming out as well. That was very chaotic there at the end. All the items, the mini Faust, the horde, interrupting sequences from Rygand. For a little while it was looking like Rygand got a very decent starter from that self-explosion. Again, into the command grab. So far, Rygand still not able to RPS their way out of that. Ooh, decent looking trade for Rygand. Doesn't manage to convert though. Here we go. Damage, yup. Chooses to milk it out. At this point, JuxtAPoser says, alright, I'll just take this damage. I'll take the neutral position. Because this will be essentially even now. Oh, counter hit though, immediate burst from JuxtAPoser. Ah, but the second dolphin. We do have options for Faust for checking the dolphin. We've seen 2K do the chop. Also, the new 6P after the nerfs. Oh, but look at that though. 6P. Right, counter hit. Jump 2K. Ooh, nice. Puts Rygand in the corner. And the anti-air with 2S. Man, Faust has so many different anti-air buttons, but you do have to pick the right button for the job. Now Rygand with the pressure. YRC. Immediate burst from Rygand. Wants to end it right here, right now. Crossing up. Still getting a punish. The overhead. Is that going to be enough? That is going to be enough. Rygand spending all of their resources to not let JuxtAPoser get any sort of a turn. I feel like that's very, very Strive-like. And I mean, why not? Even if JuxtAPoser gets out of that situation, Rygand still had so much life to play with, so much so much time left to build their burst back for the last round. Alright, opting to whiff the burst here. It is one option you can do. What you gain for that is you prevent all the damage, you go back to neutral, and also deny the meter gain. The big meter gain of Rerere, or whatever that move is called in Strive. But you're gonna be spending your burst meter, and look at this. Look at Rygand's burst here. We think that burst will make it so that your burst will take a lot of time to charge back. Attempting the whiff punish, but that time recovering fast enough. Out of the 6 heavy, the dolphin again ends up doing the job. Yo! Round start 2S. Sorry, 2 heavy. I wonder how Mace 2 heavy round start interacts with the Faust 2P. Big damage. Half your life gone. Now. Nice. JuxtAPoser has been very active out of those RC pressure reset attempts that are coming from too far away. Immediate burst, yep. Nullifying the burst completely from Rygand. Dolphin from above. Ooh, interesting exchange. Oh, self-explodes from the back throw. Rygand, RC. To save themselves, JuxtAPoser. Yo, no! The 10-ton hammer ends up self-cucking. Hover in the air, send the air back. Again, one hit away. It's not quite enough. Going in from above, RC and the 2K. Wow. I think in that situation, Rygand probably had some options, but it is difficult when Faust is coming in from above, using the RC preserve their turn. Oh, yeah, has to abort the scene. Very good presence of mind from Rygand. Again, the 6P going through Rerere. And now JuxtAPoser doesn't have a burst here. This is big damage coming in. Luckily, no 50 meter for Rygand, so this is gonna go back to neutral. And again, we've been in this situation before. Go back to neutral, have the resource advantage. Ooh, that was actually a punish! That's so smart! Against players who are ready to 6P that Rerere on reaction. PRCing and then whiff punishing afterwards, but that ends up being very, very costly. Depending on the spacing you are at, you might not be able to land other than a strike or two. Might not actually get a full combo. Obviously, tools like that super, super strong at the end of the round. But when the opponent still has health, you're basically spending that meter, not being able to kill them, and then putting yourself at a meter build penalty. Especially for newer Guilty Gear players, being able to sort of understanding the meter build penalty mechanic is very important. Wait, now that I say that, Stripe has a meter build penalty for RCs, right? Right? I'm pretty sure it does. I hope I don't look like a complete buffoon here. Anyway, good interruption there. 2B Abare. Rygand finally putting those options on the table, because JuxtAPoser has been utilizing that throw option quite a bit. A lot of risk on Rygand's gauge. Oh, catching the backdash. JuxtAPoser opting to not go for the anti-air there. Ooh, big counter hit from the thingy of the thingy, you know, that thingy that you do when you're pressuring them. Frame trap, yeah, that thingy. Why am I struggling with that term today? Rygand grasping the lead 4-3 once again. Looking like another nail biter of a matchup here. Toe to toe, back to back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most RC types still have that meter build penalty. It is shorter though. That's I'm pretty sure about that. They did shorten it a little bit compared to Exit. Alright, attempting to get a jump in punish, but Faust recovers in time. Has to RC. Oh no, wait! Was that a... I think Rygand was still airborne, which essentially put JuxtAPoser at a frame advantage with that mix. Oh, the banana peel! The banana peel! Scoring JuxtAPoser a big combo. PRC doesn't manage to catch the recovery of JuxtAPoser's backdash, and now Rygand coming in. Oh, that setup. Whiffing with the dolphin and then going for the meaty instead. Gets the left right. With a bomb, sort of forcing Rygand to respect here, and the banana peel, yep, blocks it. A lot of stuff, a lot of items being thrown that force Rygand to respect. Yo, that was a nice check, 5B. Very dangerous. If you get counter hit, you're basically dead, but as a result, as a reward, gets to interrupt Rygand's pressure. Especially a nice interruption if you know the Mei player has 50 meter and if they're planning on extending their pressure afterwards. Bro, ooh, instant overhead. I think it was blocked by Rygand, right? Oh, there we go. This time, not going for the throw. JuxtAPoser picking up their pressure RPS options perfectly. Ooh. Here's the run back from Rygand though. YRC. Oh, immediate super and the wall break. We'll get the Oki from this as well. Rygand. Again, this setup, yeah. Rygand showed that setup earlier, and I think you're not plus enough to wait. I thought that setup was like meaty enough so that the opponent wouldn't be able to press buttons. I'm not sure though. Either way, that time JuxtAPoser picked the right option for the job. I think it's it definitely counters if the opponent presses buttons after that. It definitely counters your command, sorry, your crab attempts at least. Again, finds the Abare. Big throw, straight into overhead kiss. Now how are we gonna play this corner? Jump heavy. JuxtAPoser controlling the space. Ooh, barely avoids the jump. Sorry, the 2K from Rygand. Big 5 heavy. Yeah, JuxtAPoser knows that is very painful hit. And now Rygand doesn't have the 50 meter though to convert these far range hits. So one of the downsides for Mei. He's much more infighter-ish type of a character. And as long as Rygand doesn't have the rewards on the table, aka doesn't have the 50 meter to convert, JuxtAPoser will happily keep poking half screen. But look at that! The reactable, as they say, getting Rygand the knockdown, getting the round as well. Good stuff. Big reward and hit. However, the opponent is respecting. Ready to react. Ooh, nice. Has to abort the combo though. Wait! JuxtAPoser still explodes. That's a big hit. Alright, in the corner. And building towards that 50 meter. JuxtAPoser also getting that burst back. Immediate burst from Rygand. Wants to preserve the resource, the equilibrium. Again, that. Yeah, I think the mix has to be a plus when you hit the airborne. Because JuxtAPoser is not RCing that. And it looks like you are. It looks like Faust is actually plus there. Generally, if your opponent is standing on the ground, it is not gonna be a plus for sure. Rygand fishing with a 5 heavy. Ooh, nice Abare! That is definitely an Abare option that Mei players can go for. The up dolphin. Fairly fast option. Goes off the ground fairly fast and catches surprising amount of stuff. Has to respect the horde here. And now JuxtAPoser. Oh, it is Rygand who gets the throw. But he has to abort, right? Yeah, mini Faust. Yo, again, the Abare with the up dolphin. It's kind of cool as well. I think the up dolphin will cover throw attempts as well. I think that's one of the options that Rygand has been putting in their toolkit as of late. That feels like such a disrespectful option as well. I get really tilted when Mei players play that against me, but it is pretty decent. It tends to work. Ooh, do we have a disconnect here? All right, just going back to lobby for a while. Taking a breather. So Rygand has the slightly commanding position here. 5 points to 4. But JuxtAPoser putting on a very decent performance here. First time debut here on Bounty Hunters. And Rygand, one of the strongest Stripe players in Finland. That sort of feels for the old players, feels interesting to say, because Rygand is one of those players who came into the scene somewhere midway around the lifespan of Exerd and worked their way to the top ranks, especially after we transitioned from Exerd to Strive. Rygand has been relatively stronger contender in Strive compared to Exerd. You know, it's that sort of the new game, the everybody starting with that sort of tabula rasa kind of a thing. Again, yeah, the trade, even that trade from the up dolphin ends up knocking the opponent down and getting Rygand a little bit of frame advantage. That seems to be, oh, the cross up though. Yo, that's some of the dirtiest stuff that Faust has to offer. Has to respect his own bomb. RC here, yep. This time Rygand is feet on the ground, so has to RC to keep themselves safe. The little guys is gonna help. And catches the back. Oh, I think that was that an up dolphin again? That was either a jump out or an up dolphin, but either way, this time JuxtAPoser's close slash deals with it. Bomb, not far enough to hit, and scores a big hit. Has the 50 meter as well. Yep, break the wall with the super. Will lead into Oki. How is Rygand gonna play this time? Again, the same setup? Yeah, that's what I thought. That was the setup that Rygand played previously, where JuxtAPoser was checking with 5 PPPPP. But as I thought, if you set it up perfectly, that close slash should cover the mash attempts here. Obviously, that will lead into your usual strike throw. Either you go for a close slash or overhead kiss, right? Oh, round start. That's a pretty decent amount of damage from round start for sure. 40%, we take that. Not quite as much as Nago does, but very close. And just like that, JuxtAPoser's life bar just melted. This is gonna be a hard comeback. Now, basically can't get hit even once. Score the knockdown with a 6p. Again, Rygand has been getting so much value out of that full screen 6p knockdown against that Re. And Rygand, the god of May himself, on set point now. JuxtAPoser has been fighting their best. But man, it is, especially with the aggressive play and the rewards that Rygand is putting on the table. Oh, misses Rygand on the way down. Rygand doesn't manage to get out of the corner though. Here we go. Break the wall. A little too high probably for the super. That's why JuxtAPoser opted to not go in with the super break. Ooh, very respectful here. Full stick of butter for JuxtAPoser. Catches the backdash! And Rygand, yeah, being the smart player that he is, not opting to burst here, that would have been a fool's errand for sure. But still, set point for Rygand. We're not done yet. We're in the danger zone. Good 6p, very high in the air, doesn't get a clean conversion. The mini Faust, patrolling, not being triggered. You have to be so close. Oh my god, good movement for Rygand, completely negating the little guy. The tutor is on the ground, nice, diving in there with a jump 2k, comboing, missing the pickup though. Looking really good so far for JuxtAPoser, has the 50 meter as well. And Rygand, what's the play here? Has the 50 meter, base to YRC, Rygand not going for it. Luke, he's baiting it so much. And I can feel Rygand wants to use it, the PRC. Oh, catches with him! Anti-air, close slash, that's so much damage. Oh, drops it though. Unfortunate. Still probably JuxtAPoser favorite to win that. Oh, footsies! Yo, goes for a Hail Mary mix. Counters Rygand. 2k. I think I missed if Rygand had the 50 meter. If Rygand had 50 meter there, that was so smart from JuxtAPoser. Especially since Rygand definitely has the tendency to go for that 2k, slide in their DMs, and then RC for pressure or get the combo. At that time, that mix was perfect there. Ooh, the 2S. Works as a makeshift anti-air. Yeah, the little guy from downtown. Again, Rygand getting cut left or right. The mini force, the meteors, everything aborting the pressure. Blocking the right way this time. Once again. Yo, somehow Rygand just able to maneuver past a lot of these item hazards that JuxtAPoser is putting on the ground. Barely being able to recover in time from that too heavy before the meteors come down again. Ooh, oh, that was not a backdash. Rygand delayed the dash, or should I say dashed early enough to get a forward dash instead of a backdash there. And now missing the conversion, getting the overhead kiss though. Is that gonna be enough? No, the overhead. 6k into 6k, putting Rygand once again in the set point position. That's another thing that Rygand loves very much when it's the last pixel, when you need a couple more hits. You see the 6Ks, the overheads coming through during pressure much more than usually. The jump D gets a pretty decent conversion for JuxtAPoser. Looking good so far. Alive. Oh, a little too early there. And now Rygand. Forcing JuxtAPoser to burst. Crawl under the far slash. For specific options, but again, time again, a little bit of a misfire there for Rygand. The YRC that he spent, sorry, the red RC he spent, not gonna lead into much. Oh, is that enough? That's gonna be enough. Rygand clears this matchup 7-5, but it did not come free at all. JuxtAPoser had a very, very nice run, but Rygand did what he had to do. Played the matchup. Big rewards. May stuff. Dolphins. And one of the things I want to highlight from Rygand's play was like the presence of mind against the items that JuxtAPoser was throwing. It is not only the Faust's job to sort of adapt to the situation once the item is thrown. It is also the opponent. How are you gonna play those RPS situations afterwards? And a lot of those situations, Rygand was able to skip through the hazards, able to get a jump in, or just, you know, be safe against a lot of those difficult to deal items. And JuxtAPoser just didn't get enough opportunities to you know, put the stuff on the table. Good stuff.
Thank you.
All right, but we are not done yet.
Thank you for the meat points. Love you, friend. Hey, you know, I'm here to deliver. Oh, man. Gotta say, connection was pretty good, all things considered. Like a rollback or two here or there, but at least really, really nice. Like, I can't imagine a world where, or couldn't imagine a world where I'd be able to play Guilty Gear with, you know, dudes from the Middle East.
Yeah.
There we are. Fucking sick. Really, really cool. And oh my god, really cool stuff from JuxtAPoser there.
It's such a pleasure to watch high-level Faust players. It's like stuff you've never seen. Always when there's a high-level Faust player on the screen, you see something new. Faust has like a lot of untapped potential still, I feel like, in terms of like how you follow up your items, the setups you can do off of those, like just everything that Faust has. And I think that's one of the reasons why Faust is still like relatively on the lower side of the tiers, kind of, because players still haven't been able to like unleash all of that potential necessarily. But yeah, we are not done yet. Next coming up, HexaNoid, Giovanna, another character that we love to see on the screen. HexaNoid from the UK facing up against CarrotOfWisdom from Turkey.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to seeing this. Just gotta catch my breath from that gaming. Oh, I need to go get some water actually while we wait. Oofed.
Yeah, and speaking of those, it's really cool that now that we have all of these games with the rollback options, pretty much, I don't think it would be a suicide basically to make a game without rollback at this point. And coming from the delay-based netcode games, Exert and what have you, we just were never able to sort of compete with the guys over at Middle East, right? And now suddenly all of these crazy, like Israeli players, Saudi Arabian players, you name it. I would say like most of the talent in quotations Europe is based in Middle East.
Absolutely, like a lot of the strongest players right now in our let's say expanded scene, you know, is definitely, you know, representation from therein.
Yeah, it's like...
And that's super cool to see, because you know, when you have more strong players, and especially players at your own level to play against, improving is that much easier. So it makes the community stronger as a whole, the fact that we can play against, you know, everyone. Well, not everyone, but, you know, more people.
Alright, let me send an extra confirmation to CarrotOfWisdom that we are ready to go. There they are, with that golden cloud gas. The menacing approach. Oh boy, another top level Jacko. Now, here's the question. I've never seen this matchup before. How is this gonna go? My gut instinct tells me that because Giovanna is very mobile, has pretty decent buttons, this... I mean, Jacko usually reigns over characters that are, like, very immobile, easier to keep out, because Jacko is a little bit of a keep-away character. I feel like this... If I had to take a guess, this might be pretty decent for Gio, but who knows? Now here's to hoping also that the connection is gonna deliver. Gonna be a pretty West Coast Europe from East Coast Europe connection kind of a deal. We'll see, right? Good RPS there. The layer 1 for sure for pressure in this matchup. 2k, when Jacko goes 2k, you better know your RPS options, because Jacko has a lot that they can do. A lot of frame traps flowing into each other. But if you just stand still and do nothing, Jacko is gonna get a lot of value out of that. And HexaNoid putting on the heat. Oh, this is gonna be a lot of damage. It's gonna hit. Bam! And gotta definitely kill. This would kill almost from like 30-40% life as well. When you do that Elysian driver raw, it's one of those... it's definitely one of the most damaging options that Jacko can put damage on the table with. Oh, but here we go. Has the 50 meter to turn this into an Oki afterwards. Important thing for Jacko. You do have your mix-ups, your setups, which are a very core part of your game plan, since like Jacko doesn't really boast with the amount of damage that she can do. You have the neutral and then you have the setups. Ooh, interesting. HexaNoid opted to not go for the super break there, giving CarrotOfWisdom a chance to still play here.
Gotta say, the color choice of CarrotOfWisdom is, apt.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely lore.
Well, lore there. And I this Geo color, kind of nice.
Ooh, that's that dash 5k. The way that Gio actually puts the reach on her stubby normals is combining it with the step dash momentum. You can cancel the step dash very fast into a button, and that transitions into kind of a sliding motion. You slide forward, yeah, look at that. 5k, just sliding forward like Hal's screen.
Oh, that's gonna hurt a lot, actually. Definitely gonna wall break. Yeah. No super, though. Oh, that's a kill, right? Is it?
Fair super, not doing enough damage. Ooh, the 2D catching as an anti-air, and now CarrotOfWisdom has to work really hard and has to get out of this corner position first. Ah, yeah, the up kick minus on block. CarrotOfWisdom was banking that HexaNoid was gonna be respectful there, but backdashing out of the situation instead. First one for HexaNoid. Ooh, speaking of the setups, firing off the burst very early. And now, which side is it gonna be, left or right? Not sure which one it is, but not close enough to get the wall break. And this is such a good position for Jacko. When you have your minions already ready to go on the board, and you're landing any strikes on the opponent, you can basically cancel into the attack command, get a shit ton of plus frames, and then go for your strike throws or whatever mix-ups you want to run afterwards. Good spacing there for CarrotOfWisdom. Being just outside of that spiral arrow range.
Damn, that 2D was... that 2D was something else. Oh, what a tool, what a tool.
Amazing disjoint. Leads into very decent combos as well. Ooh, the frame trap test, the shocker kick.
And it's only -2 question mark?
Yeah, it's like minus something, like minus irrelevant.
Like, I keep mixing up, you know, like Leo's and Geo's 2Ds, because they're both like not as minus as you'd think they would be. One was -2, one was -5. I don't remember which is which.
Leo is -5.
Okay, so in that case, I think Geo's would be -2.
Yeah, and besides, you're usually going to be landing Geo's 2D from a range where it really does not matter what it is on block.
No, not at all.
Alright, being very patient, HexaNoid here. Nice! Intercepts, was that 2D from Jacko? Into the super conversion, break the wall, get the Oki. CarrotOfWisdom has all the necessary resources here. Oh, into an empty throw. Needs to use them though. Oh, that's a bait. Can RC? No, he can't RC. He doesn't have enough meter. Immediate burst to save themselves. Missing with the super. Yo, it's backwards.
Yeah, you know. You know.
God damn.
Oh, good.
It was definitely not Invu there anymore, but a lot of active hitboxes after whiffing. That's kind of unfortunate as well, because that's the way that you kind of have to deal with that super, because it is plus on block. So unless you make it whiff, it is sort of Geo's turn afterwards. Nice spacing there with punishing spiral arrow. Still haven't learned the names of Geo's moves. Yeah, there the chick throws. Oh, is that gonna hit? Oh, nice, it scoops from behind still. Nice quality of life thing, and now the zoning. Even if you are very mobile as Giovanna, it's usually gonna take you a little bit of life. You're gonna take a little bit of chip damage on the way in. Yo! That 2D from downtown! Getting 50%, even 60% damage. CarrotOfWisdom being like, I got a 2D too. Even though it's not as amazing as Geo's. Does its job. Ooh, counter hit. Not able to quite confirm in the big numbers. Oh. Yo.
Yep.
Mash through.
Very good, Abar.
There is basically a small gap between the strike and the... Ooh! HexaNoid really loves that tool. Especially at the end of the rounds.
Oh, really nice blocks until beating... I wonder if that was a flip guard, actually.
Missing the full punish. No. And CarrotOfWisdom. First point on the board.
Well, actually, can you even get trip guarded if you don't like double jump or use a button?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. It's if you press a button, if you use any air option, you will have landing recovery.
Yeah, but if not, then no, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Neutral
okay.
jumps and forward jumps, back jumps will not have landing recovery.
Yeah. Gotcha. I know about this game. I'm gamer.
I forgot if using FD in the air introduces landing recovery. Probably not.
I'd imagine only if you've used other options first, but who knows?
Yeah, probably there's a technical expert in the chat who knows.
I don't think that would make sense just because of like seeing as FD is supposed to be used as an option to get yourself to the ground faster from certain options, and that is proven to be useful. Then I don't see that landing recovery would be. Who knows?
Yo, that defense command. Yo, two times in a row.
Wait,
oh, this is gonna miss though. Yep.
I wonder if Carrot could have gotten like a better punish there, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, might have also already been committed to the attack command.
True.
Ooh, let's see the combo. This is actually a position for Jacko. Yo! The sucker kicks! That was sick!
And that's all she wrote.
That's actually the position where Jacko can deal damage. Man, those loops look so cool. Yeah, I agree. The defend command, the shield from minions, is definitely underrated. Probably it's a little risky because you don't often get a lot if you do that. Like if the opponent reads you and like dashes past the minions, for example, you might get hit by a throw or, heaven forbid, a strike. And what are you gonna get as a reward? Unless you have 50 meter, you can't combo the parry into anything. You just get like a little bit of cross frames, right? But that is an actual thing that some players do not know. If you have the 50 meter, you can actually go into Elysian Driver for a guaranteed follow-up after you parry with a minion. But I've never seen anybody do it.
Was that a... No.
Yeah.
No. I thought that was a super early close slash, so I thought it might have been like a whiff bait, but...
Yo, look at this! The whiff punish! If I was the Jacko player here, I would have surely just... I just presumed that downward super was gonna hit, or hit on block. The Carrot of Wisdom! Knew he was gonna whiff.
Got the Hawkeye.
And that's what it means to be a top-level player. And the defend command does play an integral part in defending your minions. If you're zoning full screen and you throw a minion, it's like usually there's nothing to prevent the opponent from just sticking out a button and killing your minion afterwards. So your minion ends up being just like a regular projectile that just disappears. Oh, nice! Yo, this combo again!
Yo, that's so cool! That was super late, but is it still gonna hit? Oh, thank goodness. Oh.
And the setup. HexaNoid has the meter. Are we gonna see another air super?
Man, like, CarrotOfWisdom is just on fire now.
It took a couple of matches to calibrate, but finally finding their footing. And HexaNoid is actually looking like they're having difficulties getting their game started here.
Really good 6P there.
Oh, it's the burst as well. That should be it.
Yep. Even, like, you know, if the damage wasn't enough, there would have been a wall break as well. So, yeah, no way out. No way out.
Bam! That's like... Is that 3 or 4 games in a row for CarrotOfWisdom now?
Isn't that 4 in a row?
I think so, yeah.
Very fast games as well.
Which is kind of rare for Jacko matches.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It seems like CarrotOfWisdom did, like, you know, some sort of adjustment that I can't speak for, but HexaNoid has not been able to catch up as of yet.
Yeah, when you're playing a zoning character, the adjustments you make to your game plan are like very slight and very like hidden under the surface.
Very true. Yeah.
It's like decisions like when are you gonna press your button now or 3 frames from now on, and that's gonna make a whole world of difference.
And it depends on like a whole lot on what kind of player you're playing against too. So like, you know, the ways people tend to approach are fairly different. So.
CarrotOfWisdom is playing soccer here. Oh!
Plus.
But didn't get much out of that.
Are we looking at 5 in a row here?
If he keeps going this fast, if he keeps blazing forward, that Carrot is gonna get burned. Ooh, finds the mix once again into another one. Man, it flows so well. Ooh, the tail end of that 2D. It's like, I wonder if Yeah, that's a whip punish, yeah. Spiral arrowing into that minion, extends the active frames. You're very respectful. I can understand, because CarrotOfWisdom has been very active with that reversal super. So HexaNoid has to start paying attention to that. But as a result, playing that RPS perfectly, CarrotOfWisdom puts a couple of very aggressive reversals on the table, puts the fear in the opponent, and suddenly, this is what happens. They forfeit their own pressure, and you get to just respect and press a button afterwards. No risk involved. That's how the cookie crumbles. That's how you condition your opponent. Ooh, nice jump in though. Immediate burst from CarrotOfWisdom. Doesn't want to deal any of that close range pressure from Gio. Yo, damage! Oh, I wonder if there was a lag spike there. Oh, he got the hit but missed the follow-up. I wonder if that was the close slash was actually supposed to combo there. But at the same time, very nice presence of mind. I would have not been mashing between that sequence. Was just immediately ready with that reversal super. Nice, the 2D. Now the 2D has pretty much been the source of the 6 heavy. First hit and the second hit, frame trap in between. I think there's a manual timing that you can choose to go for the follow-ups. Trying to slowly inch their way in, but man, CarrotOfWisdom is zoning like no tomorrow. Once again, activating. Is that red? I think that was red. Yeah, they're gaining bar infinitely. Gets a combo from full screen for sure. Damn. Ooh, that time gets the hit. Full damage, but this will not kill. Ooh, one less. Yo, spending the meter. That was so smart. I didn't believe in the kill, but I also missed they had the 50 meter.
Oh, sniped. That button is really good.
Yeah, unfortunately, even though the reach is good, the hitbox is good, the reward doesn't end up being that amazing compared to... Oh, look at that though! The spiral arrow staying active.
I mean, that's the story with Jacko, isn't it? Like fairly decent tools here and there, but the rewards are just lackluster all around.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna work, right? Surely. Oh!
This time, high enough to pass through.
No, that's... not a fan of that.
That might be one of the tools that HexaNoid has to utilize in that reversal RPS game.
But CarrotOfWisdom still not done. All right, HexaNoid gets another point on the board finally.
All right.
After getting beaten for 5 games straight, we're back.
Yeah, that was not easy. He was working full time for that win. And now has to do it again. Oh, nice. Perfectly placed 2D catches. HexaNoid on the way down and the mix. You're in the mix with DJ Carrot. Oh, is that close enough? Sorry, far. That's too far, yeah. Nice use of the defense command. Intercepting that spiral arrow. Or is that, what's that called? Travao? Was that the one? Nice! The active frames! Catching the backdash from CarrotOfWisdom. Yo, spending it all. Still has 50.
Pressure keeps going.
This pressure is not gonna end anytime soon.
What attack.
One hit, yo, one hit is gonna hurt so much. That's a... Yo!
That defense was just nuts.
How is CarrotOfWisdom so tight?
That was crazy. How long was he blocking there? What is this, Dragon Ball, dude? What?
That was like solid 20 seconds and 100 meter from Hexa.
God damn. All right.
Alright, decent 50% life lead here. Gets just the...
just soccer kick in the air.
Had the position to go for the soccer combo.
Oh.
Again! How does CarrotOfWisdom just finds these defensive throws? Alright, we're in. Counter hit. Unfortunate
Nice.
side switch again. Look at that.
Is that enough? Nope.
1 hit point or 2.
Oh, oh, oh.
Wait,
Did the minion eat the super hit there?
it kind of looked like that. That was very interesting. He was in the air, let go of the minion, and then the kick just phased through the minion.
All right. Well, 6-3.
Yo. Now this is this gameplay from CarrotOfWisdom makes me think that Jacko does really have the potential to challenge, you know, top characters in tournaments.
Oh, oh. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's so cool. People just love loops. That's the fact of it, you know.
The cool thing is, out of that soccer kick, normally mid-screen, Jacko doesn't get much. That's been like one of my biggest problems with Jacko. The basic frame traps, you don't get anything, but if you frame trap into that soccer kick in the corner and get at least that much as reward, that is good. That is actually good. That will make your opponent think twice before just like mashing into it. Ooh, double jump! Yo! 2S takes care of both left and right. Oh, he had to! But CarrotOfWisdom was reading it. He saw at least 2 seconds into the future, and man! Now that's some Jacko!
That was that was very impressive overall. Goddamn. So, have we heard anything from Orochi yet?
Not so far, so I guess we're just gonna jump into the final card matchup.
Yeah, and then if Orochi hasn't showed up by then, should we just say that if JMB is okay with it, we'll have JMB Kai versus, I assume, Midori Anji.
Yeah, that works for me.
I mean, I'd love to see Midori play. Like,
Yeah.
Absolutely. That would be amazing.
Yeah, Midori's like the last boss of Finnish Guilty Gear saying.
Oh, okay. Midori said he doesn't want to play, and JMB said he doesn't want to play. It's the matchup.
Alright.
Aw, man.
Okay.
So it'd be you versus JMB? Whoa! Oh! But I thought you mind broke JMB already, Neat. Is that... is he mentally prepared for that? Wait, what? Isn't that what you said?
Ooh, that's an interesting premise for a matchup. So
You'll do it again?
They've been sparring it out this week. His Neat supposedly was the sparring partner to prepare JMB for this matchup.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd love to see that. That sounds interesting. All right. But for now, Fecian. Is that Fecian or Fecian or?
I wonder. They are from Spain, so I wonder if it's how would you even pronounce it? From
I think it would be Fecian if it's Spanish.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not sure, but Fecian. Fecian.
Fecian. All right.
Fecian. Spanish Fecian. You're not helping, but I love the energy. And invalid value, Nagoriyuki.
Yeah. Cool thing about
the Spanish community is like super strong, right?
Yeah, there are just so many communities from all sides of Europe, like the far sides of Europe that like could have probably only competed with certain parts of Europe previously because of the delay netcode.
It's super cool to like be able to be like X country is really strong in pretty much regard to anywhere in Europe, which is not like pretty much every country has like some notable strong players that you can like
Mm-hmm.
point to, and that is, you know, I feel like if there's a strong player in a community, that usually means that they're surrounded by strong players that you may not just know of, because usually you can't really get super strong by just playing in a vacuum, you know. I mean, I guess now that you can play online, that's a bit different, but you know, I feel like that offline portion of stuff is important too. All right.
This is another matchup that would have probably not been happening if it wasn't rollback.
Oh yeah?
So Fecian from Spain versus invalidvalue from Russia. Look at this!
Oh yeah, very true. Damn, like what? Wait, Lago to Yuki?
Last matchup, we had the combos in the corner, and now we have the pressure. Look at that.
That's not how this is supposed to go. This is the best character in the game versus the worst character in the game, potentially.
You know, we've had a couple of this matchup recently on Bounty Hunters. Last week we had Orochi versus Gamma. That was very even. We had Satsu versus Yuffie, which was also very tight. I wonder if Jacko is one of those characters who do have the tools to do something against Nago. Because Nago does have some mobility issues, kind of, sort of. Has a special kind of mobility, which I feel like Jacko can really abuse to a certain extent. Yeah, you. Oh, YRC clearing all those minions and get the throw. Oh, right, that's true. You played Lewis. Well, I guess I'm the dumb person here.
Can't believe Yuffie is so talented. Wow. How does he get to play two different characters?
Ooh, put the mask on and backdash. Ooh, got something from... And straight through with the clone. Ooh, tried to use the clone, but no dice to start up.
The issue with the Jacko versus Nago matchup is that any mistake you make costs you the round. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That's the story with Nago pretty often.
Yeah, I feel like 90% of versus Nago matchups.
The only problem is that with Jacko, because of her fairly low damage, obviously you have a lot more opportunities to make those mistakes. Like, you don't have the you know, capacity to end the round as fast as Nago might. So the problem that basically everyone faces against Nago is like a lot worse for characters with low damage.
It feels like Nago's buttons just sort of don't align with the post RPS low. If Jacko sort of throws a minion at Nago from full screen and Nago blocks, you don't have a lot of like decent buttons from my point of view to just delete them safely.
Right, yeah. Oh, okay, nice YRC.
And now RPSing for the checkmate, yes!
Yeah, that probably would have ended up with him going bust, I think. That was a lot of expenditure.
Nice slice under 2D. You know, one differentiating factor I see from this... Oh! The bait! The bait! Nago is so hard to burst or YRC!
Unfortunate. Bosh.
The name of the game for Nago strikes is disjoint.
Look at that. The minimum damage on that super is just so nutty.
Right, that's kind of cool. He forced Nago to spend a lot of blood. Well, still at half blood here. But what are we gonna do? We have almost 100 meter. Yo, yeah, that YRC. That was an interesting one. I think they might have been trying to like PRC neutral, because
I don't know. Maybe depending on their experience in the matchup, like maybe they thought that YRC would get rid of the minions.
Right. going under the 2 heavy. And now with massive resource lead and life lead. Yeah! Oh! Tried to go for a custom combo there. Alright, invalid value getting their chance here. But really close to popping. Can't use any special moves. Yo, that's enough! Alright, we're on board. 1-1. And man, we should definitely talk about invalid value a little. Alright, so completely undefeated so far on bounty hunters. And I've seen invalid value go even toe-to-toe with beasts like Uriel Legion. That one matchup we saw on, was it, I think it was Salt Mine, was it 2 weeks ago? Man, they went like 2-2, Uriel versus invalid value. I thought for a moment invalid value was gonna win, so man, this player is not a joke. Frame kill, oh, doesn't end up getting the setup they wanted. Punch the 2P. Yo, a little too early there with the throw. As Fukyo gets into position, but not brave enough to press button on Jacko's landing. And Fecian maintains their position.
Making that minion smell the toes and trying to get past the... Oh! 5k seems like a pretty good button to deal with the minions.
Yeah, but... yeah.
Yeah, but...
Yeah. It's sort of like... Alright. Like, immediate YRC. And I can't blame Fecian. It's like... you don't want to take any of Naga's stuff. Red buff active. Ooh, bye-bye. 50 meter is on board.
How does one make this comeback? One does not. I mean, I guess you could have gone like full unga bunga, but
yeah, it was like if you try to jump at Fecian, they're just gonna 6 heavy on reaction, and you're gonna die. Ooh, all right, we're going in. There's the burst, but immediately doesn't let Fecian get any game started. That's pretty much what both players have to do. They have to prevent the opponent from getting their game started. As soon as Fecian establishes the screen pollution, it's gonna be kind of hard to make that, you know, fast jump into the melee range. And on the other hand, if Nago is here, you have to spend resources to get out, right? And here, look at his. Fecian didn't have burst, didn't have 50 meter for YRC. They were just dead there. Yeah, that's a Naga round. And one thing to know is, like, even if you play perfect for Jacko, you can... the momentum can swing so fast. You can have rounds that last for like 10 seconds, 20 seconds. You have a couple of those in a row, and man, you can come back from really big score deficits if you're the Nago player. Whereas as the Jacko player, you can't lose your concentration. You have to keep playing from start to end. You have to be tight, and you gotta avoid cracking. Alright, barely catches the backdash. And here, in the corner, once again has one minion, activate. And invalid value has to respect here. Yo! Okay, didn't stand up, but went into the air. YRC deletes the minions, and he guesses! Fecian guesses the throw attempt and gets a punish.
Oh!
Ooh, wait, not connecting?
Oh, that was a really sloppy jump in. Not sure if something went wrong there.
Ooh, is that... no, not an OTG. Yo, that's a kill! Ow! Amahe. Just like that. What was that, like 10 seconds?
Yeah, it's a lot, you know.
That was like full throttle.
2H anti-air. Not even a counter hit, I think. And and that sequence in the corner. That's all it takes.
Yeah, and that's just like that, even though Fecian started very strong. Now, invalid value on the lead for the first time. But we're still developing, we're still downloading. Again, man, ooh, that's such a classic immediate burst. Tries to keep Fecian in the corner. Fecian says, nope, I've seen that before. And forced to break the wall here without spending 50 meter. I wonder if the super would have not hit because he was really high. Nice, he slided in there. Melee range to get the blood explosion from a safe distance, aka point blank. Yo has the meter. Ooh. Ooh, is that close enough? Yes, gets the punish. I was worried that using that FD against that blood explosion might have pushed too far, but luckily the change, FD no longer applies more block stun. So able to get a punish in that situation because of that.
Ooh, look at that. Oh. I was kind of worried the minion might like mess up the punish there, but luckily not.
I wonder, since invalid value didn't have a burst there, 5D would have probably killed.
That was, of course, a special move, so it chipped him out, I think. No FD there.
Every Jacko's wet dream, they have one hit point, and all you gotta do is throw those minions. Evening it up again. 3-3.
Wow. Nago players having a crisis like, oh, other people are allowed to chip people out too? That's my job!
Ooh, not quite getting the soccer loop that the CarrotOfWisdom was playing in that previous match. I'm wondering if that combo is difficult.
I have no idea. I think Jacko is one of the more execution-heavy characters for sure.
Yeah, but it could also be just a style choice that you, instead of milking out the full damage, you just transition into pressure after pressure after pressure. Kind of like old Jacko would play in Exert.
True, 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 true.
Oh, goes under.
Powerful.
It takes kind of iron balls to challenge Nago this actively at round start. Even if you have buttons that maybe hit more frequently, you gotta be scared of that 50% coming up from Nago Gold. Sorry, red buff activated. Has to respect here. That might be a kill. Oh, already queue up the strike there. Yeah, and just reading the backdash. Fecian. Very aggressive.
Oh.
Right, good check there. 2K against the advancing Fukyo. Never safe thing to do. Can't get in for free, obviously.
Ooh, just barely missing that conversion, but there should be decent damage. Wall break as well.
Yeah, this is the other thing you can do. Instead of doing the full loop, you could just one-hit confirm into a super and it deals roughly equally same damage.
Alright.
Ooh, nice punish.
Oh, wow. The momentum burst. Just wants this to be over with. Ah! Oh! What's going on?
Yo, the response is...
Yeesh.
I was scared that the minion might actually kick Nago out of that explosion. Ooh, pretty decent counter strategy against Kamuruyuki. Neutral jump. Punish on the way down, but now invalid value has the position. Spend RC, keep them there. Uh-oh. Ooh, nice jump. He gets out. Now, blue buff active, can't poke the minions. But opposed to the red buff, you still do have to respect your minion gauge. So can't do those infinite block strings. Jump D is coming out, trying to just get a lucky hit to finish the round, but here, uh-oh. Oh, is that safe? No, it's not. Immediate burst. Mask is on. Oh!
That was not even a chip. That was... It showed punish there, so invalidvalue must have pressed something.
Yeah, I think that was basically what invalidvalue had to do. The play there is to dash deep enough for the jump D to whiff, but I think because of the corner, he just couldn't dash deep enough.
Right, maybe it was maybe he was trying to do another Fukyo there, and that's what was caught.
Yeah, I wonder. The screen position kind of cock-blocked us from seeing what was happening. Oh, here we go. Red buff active. Now, infinite minion commands coming in. Finds a 2K. All right, good stuff.
Woo! It's gonna hurt.
He's a lot of blood, though. Is he gonna pop?
Nope. Although, it might not be quick enough to lower the blood pressure.
Yeah, he had some heavies and some far slashes in there. Yeah,
nope. Safe, more than safe.
Yo, just this combo. Ooh,
but just caught by the minion. Any other hit probably would have been enough, but the minions do so little damage that.
Basically, yeah, he kind of had to hold FD there to prevent the chip damage, and also FD in general kind of strong against Nago. If you FD block any hit, Nago will not be in range to bite afterwards, no matter what he does.
Yeah, if you manage to FD Kamuriyuki, then you effectively dodge the throw mix-up, which is nice.
Yeah.
You're still not, like, out of the water
yeah, I mean,
by any means.
They can still choose to expend another Hukyo or, like, cancel, but basically they have to commit to something to get in the range again. All right. We're chasing.
Okay. Still in it.
Fecian with a small lead, 5-4. But something, Nago, and the momentum. All right, we got the burst removed, and now it's just without any resources. This pressure is pretty pressuring.
Damn, this is why we're pros.
the lyrical genius.
We got the gift of the gab over here, you know.
Alright, get the throw. Ooh, nice.
Gotta use that option sometimes, for sure.
Man, timing that gold burst against the forward Fukyo. Man, that was... Yo, that's so much value for that super. We started on the other side of the screen, was able with that 50-meter push invalid value into the corner. I would say that's a very nice investment.
Oh, all the way in there. Very close to popping here. That's why invalid value tried to go for the bite there.
Oh, that's gonna pop him, right?
Yep. But that does mean that... Oosh. Yeah.
I think you do have an option to go for basically instant overhead strike throw still here. Pick the wrong option for the occasion though. Fecian committing to the jump, evading the throw. I think the instant overhead is not gonna be perfect meaty, right? So you might have time to jump? I'm not completely sure. The setup wasn't even like super clean either, because it was the blood rate explosion. Ooh, nice whip punish! Waits for the 2D. Now that's footsies. Yeah, got a little careless though. If you choose to go in, you open yourself up to, you know, getting out footsied potentially. Obviously throwing minions, not as... Ooh! Big hit! Straight into 1-2 super. That's how we do it in Street Fighter.
Yo, third strike? Oh. Very worthwhile trade, I think, for invalid value getting out of the corner. Oh no, the frame trap.
But that's a lot of resources you gotta sink into that frame. That soccer kick doesn't get you anything unless you spend 50. Yeah, he just can't do anything here. Maybe in the corner you could use the same combo that CarrotOfWisdom was doing, but that's basically the crux of the RPS there. Oh no. Let's see the biggest punish. I mean, that works. Oh, has all the necessary reads. Yum. Bam. Yeah, it's that time Fecian didn't have any resources to speak of. No burst, no meter, and basically I want to say like 90% of the situations where Fecian can't spend meter or burst to defend, it's been lights out for him. It just goes to show how damn important having that meter in Guilty Gear is, especially on the defensive. When you're on the defense. Finding that time. Ooh, not able to Gatling into the ground string. Got hit by Far Slash. Oh. You're dead. Bang. Invalid value on the hunt. One more quick match and we're heading potentially into the last match of the set. Again, a small. Oh, such a respectful burst. Immediate burst against 5 PPP. I'm not sure, does Jacko even get anything relevant out of that? Oh, big one! RPS. Get the bite. Oh, this is so bad. He doesn't have any resources. No defensive options. Invalid value has everything in the world.
Oh, what a 2D. So gutsy. No fear. That was just every minion lined up to eat that boot.
All right, we saw this earlier, using the 50 meter to push invalid value into the corner.
Still anyone's round, but looking pretty bad. Oh, nice about it, but no kill. So scary. Oh,
no, it's gonna explode! That's it! Yo! At the crucial moment. Whew. He committed. He bet the farm, but Fecian said no.
Sure that he could get that chip kill, but whoosh. Defense too hot.
I mean, if you don't play, you're not gonna win. Oh, catches Fecian jumping out, close slash. Here we go, into the bite.
And here we go again. No brakes on this train anymore. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, 6-6.
Well, I'd say we saved best for last, but we still got 1-7 after this, so it would have been the last one.
It's invalid value once again gonna go undefeated. That would be so crazy. It's like one of the better opponents that you can throw at them.
Yeah, you know, got that spooky red cloud gas and everything.
Yeah. But everything, all of the fates are decided here. The pressure, yep, that's gonna be pretty much airtight. YC. Oh, the RPS! Immediately into the Elysian driver. Set point, Fecian. Very nice. Yeah, there's the dash. Dash under the jump D, gets the punish. Here we go. Big damage coming in. Fecian does not have the burst.
Super. Gonna level out his blood gauge here.
And the fucked up thing, Nago, one hit away from this position to finish it.
Yep. Oh, but what was that?
I think he was betting on getting the meter from that meter build bonus.
All right.
And the last set. This is it.
Final Luigi.
Yo!
Finally jumping out of the bite.
Oh, but the bait again from Fecian. Switching the positions.
Invalidvalue, frazzled.
Oh, too early. Way too early.
Oh, but he's not gonna bust.
Very close, but this. All right, choosing to activate the. Oh, mixing it up.
Yep.
Invalidvalue thought it was the red one. Was trying to swing into it. But you can't swing into the blue buff.
Oh! and Invalidvalue just not having any options here. Can't use Blood Gauge. Except now, a little bit of lenience.
Oh, gets the big one! Close slash! That's gonna be a lot of damage. Back to neutral though. This is a position that Fecian enjoys very much. Trying to force it.
Oh no!
We're in.
Oh,
We're not in.
YRC taking the turn, plus 10. Ah! Ah!
Oh, it's Fecian who gets the throw! Yo, he has so much meter! Yo, no, he goes past!
That's it.
It's over!
Oh, no, GG.
No! He had so much meter, and he had the meter build bonus as well, but he goes bust! I was gonna say, there's no way, there's nothing Fecian can do, but it's the self. Kill myself, plays.
Fecian! Amazing.
That's the Naga life. We tend to say, yo, that self-explosion doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't come into play barely ever. But
Sometimes.
at the most crucial moment in that matchup, it made all the difference in the world.
Sometimes it do feel like that. But I am super impressed. Super impressed with Fecian's gameplay. Invalidvalue too, but hey, you know, sometimes you gotta take an L. Can't win all the time.
Yeah, once in a lifetime.
Even if you play Nagoriyuki.
That was really close though. Oh my god.
Super close. Like, oh, incredibly close. All right. Last match is gonna be JMB Kai finally getting his turn to play. Been waiting for a while now. And not Orochi Nagoriyuki, but our very own ULTINEET Nagoriyuki instead. Very interesting because they've been sparring, right? Like, interesting to see if they're already a few layers deep.
Yeah, they should be.
Yeah.
And there's probably nothing you can bust out at this point that's gonna surprise you, your opponent. Also, caps lock matchup.
Caps lock matchup, true. What's ULTINEET short for?
It's short for ultimate, not in education,
employment or training.
Yes. Yeah, that's a long ass.
Untrue, by the way. She is in education. I know this for a fact.
Not only in education, but also employed.
Wow.
Double.
Change your name?
Double liar. Dirty liar.
I can't believe this.
Oh, wait.
Oh, you graduated. Oh my god, congratulations. That's great.
Yo, new development.
Now that's cock dick balling right there.
Now that's an OS. It's like last week would have been a lie, but lie no more. Now it's super interesting because, like, if I would have to rank these players off the top of my head without seeing either one play, I would pretty much say that JMB should have this any day of the week based on, like, old game performances, right? But the thing here is,
I'd say JMB is definitely like the strongest player if we were to consider Guilty Gear as a whole. Experience in the series, you know, like performance in earlier tournaments and earlier games. But you know what? Neat has been playing Strive and JMB has not. So there is that.
Yeah, Neat has put so many hours and so much love into this game. Not only the game, also the scene. Just
for sure. Makes great emotes, by the way. If you're looking for dope ass emotes for your Twitch streaming endeavors, I could not suggest a better artist.
Yeah, I thought I saw. Yeah, there they are. The emotes
Uriel.
that she made for Uriel.
There's also these ones
Look
for,
at that.
for some bald fucking guy on Twitch.tv.
Look at that. That's some quality. I mean, to be honest, you might want to consider hiring her, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Clearly, she needs a job.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in need of a couple new emotes. Maybe.
Oh my.
Neat. Let's talk business after this.
All right, but first we need to get down to business. What is this color? This isn't pink. What's happening? Oh, I bet she has like a mod where
Yeah, she
like,
has the shirtless mod, right? Which
Well,
is
yeah,
probably
yeah.
set into a specific slot.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't really see Neat's true color in all of its glory.
As far as we know, could be that there are no clothes at all. Entirely possible that we're flopping all around,
True,
as it were.
true.
Christmas color style? Cool. A likely story. Woo!
So the name of the game is definitely gonna be the neutral here. I think that doesn't recover in time, right? It does! You and optimal punish as well!
Very cool. JMB, DB Gaming. I love this Kai color, by the way. It's very classy.
Such a smart thing to go for, I feel like. I think without meter, that's probably gonna be better than whatever Kai was gonna get otherwise.
Round start 2D seems pretty good. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Ah! Ooh!
Oh, banking on the mist. Direct plate there. Here we go. Right. Get the bite.
That RC was too soon. She messed up the because she's doing the old OS from muscle memory, right?
Yeah, that's hard to get rid of, dude. I still do that as well. Throw into that should be the kill, right? No, that's one thing that Kai doesn't do a lot of. Damage out of throws.
All right, first game to JMB Yusa Man Busa.
Funny thing is that old throw option select does still kind of work if your opponent is like very low health.
I know, obviously you can still reactively RC in a sense, but now it's just worse, generally speaking.
Oh, that was very well spaced. JMB went from a DP from downtown, now pressure from Neat. Was trying to get out of that with Fukyo, but...
Oh yeah, nice.
Again, it seemed to be a safe jump last time, not this time though.
That was a little bit later. Alrighty. Merry Christmas to you.
Also could have been that Neat didn't perform the previous one as a reversal. Perfect input.
I feel like it was a safe jump setup, but I don't know. Hard to say.
Food arc plus frames when they're electrocuted, and now, yeah, it's like.
Oh no! Just running into that button, and
oh no! You.
Oh, we bust.
Wasn't looking at Neat's blood gauge.
Uh oh. Oh wow! Just had enough meter there, and.
Yo, he's gonna get chipped out here.
Nago to Yuki.
I think with the amount of bar that JMB had was not enough. Neat could have dialed into Thirst easily, but it would have been enough to chip him out. Yeah, pretty okay burst.
Okma, resident Kai gamer from Finland, saying that Flip shouldn't be safe against Nago Super ever. So far.
Oh, that is good to know.
All right. Getting a proper RC this time around. Not RCing too soon.
Yo!
Alright.
That's so neat. She doesn't really give a fuck about that RC close range.
Ni is very brave with her Abare options. Likes to go for a Abare throw. Likes to go for a Abare backdash a lot. That is both a strength and a weakness, depending on what kind of an opponent you have against you. But definitely looking a lot more confident in that second game.
No. I think that was very committal. She was like almost about to go bust, probably with that special cancel, but hey, that's what we're all about in the Nago camp.
Ooh, 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 we styling? We styling?
Man, the jump these.
That was cool.
I bet she's like, yo, did I just do that?
Like, this is what I'm talking about. Neat's offense is so good. Like, the day she gets her defense up to par, that's scary.
Bam! Third strike, y'all. A clean hit confirmed, 5 heavy into the baseball bat.
All right. And what we need to take into consideration here is that JMB is going to get progressively more and more angry as the set goes on.
Yes.
Which is probably going to affect his performance a little bit more.
Yeah, JMB thrives in the dark side of the force for sure.
I'm not sure if it's going to make things go worse or better. We'll have to see.
Ooh, that was very ballsy. Pressing buttons between the DP first and second hit. Yeah, I've seen that Twitter combo that Neat posted. Frame trapping with that second hit of the DP.
Ooh, 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 nice. Not gonna bust here probably, or yeah, just barely.
Come to my sword. My sword is bigger than yours.
We only have an objective tilt meter for Alf? Is there an objective tilt meter?
How do we get a tilt meter? We would need to get like blood pressure from both players on screen. You know, some fools have like player cameras. That shit is whack. What I really want is the heart rate from both players during the match. That's telling much more than their faces.
All right, nice conversion here. Probably not gonna kill though, right? Nago too thick. All right, nice.
Yeah, I got the BRC out, but the button was already queued up for JMB. Really no option but to take it there. Yo, Bombos?
Bombos?
It's a decent 60%.
Frame trap with 6p?
Yeah, okay, so if... Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Now you did say that apparently against him, JMB had done like a safe Foudra setup, but question mark.
It's definitely not your like go-to what you would expect to see from. Well, I mean, obviously I don't play Nago either, so I don't know what stuff is gonna fly your direction in this matchup. Ooh,
nice.
she was so ready.
Very good.
Yeah, it's pretty much the layer one. When you have electrocuted, then what
Although
the Kai players want to do is.
I think for Nago, it's probably better to interrupt Foudra with 5k. I think you'd get a better conversion, right?
Maybe.
And it's faster, right? So.
Although 5k is not upper body invu, so that's sort of it's like it's a lot of math.
The upper body invu, as far as I know, doesn't help too much with Foudra because it hits very low. So I feel like emphasizing a fast button is better because Nago's 6p, well, super good because of its nutty boxes, is as 12 frames, I think? 12 frames?
Something like that. Ooh, finds the Abare, and now JMB with a lot of meter. Yep, chooses to spend it here. Fast RC. This should be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right it. Right what?
Lightning.
Oh, the lightning. All right.
Yeah. Or you know, the salami.
The what?
The salami, you know, Rajasthan salami. Salami.
Oh, I get it. Oh, because Finnish language.
Finnish jokes.
I wasn't ready for that one. Yo. JMB really starting to find these interruptions.
I am having fun.
Again, the 2P.
Yeah,
Oh, that should be close enough. Yes. Oh, he gets a close slash. That's robbery. Wait, JMB did get a close slash. I blinked for a second and suddenly JMB was in a combo. What happened?
He whiffed 2H. I'm not sure what he wanted. Maybe did he have meter for RTL? Did he try to do RTL?
What a tragedy.
Oh my god. Yeah, JMB's gonna be feeling that one. Yikes. Sometimes stop and then go. Indeed.
Nice backdash out of the plus frames.
Kind of a brave backdash, but I don't know. I feel like Kai should have an option to catch a backdash from those plus frames.
Yo, Neat saying, "Don't jump at me." JMB doesn't have, hasn't been able to jump in on Neat too much.
Oh.
Oh, is she?
Oh, JMB not paying attention. No. That's so unfortunate. His eyes are already clouded by rage. He's
Let me go in. Thunder!
Alrighty.
Ooh, gets the frame trap, and now plus frames. Got the corner.
That's a crazy good starter. In the corner, mid screen you don't really get much. I think Fudra, Direct Cloud frame trap is like the starter for Kai in the corner.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I've seen that hit on Twitter. All my Guilty Gear knowledge comes from Twitter.
Oh yeah, I love Twitter.
Does that mean? Ooh! Look at the spacing there for JMB. That was it! That was definitely a safe jump. Yeah.
Oh no! Not again!
Hello, JMB?
I think,
you
like,
good?
Because that was supposed to be RTL, right? Surely that was supposed
probably.
to be RTL.
I think so, yeah. Oh, was he trying to confirm counter hit, but super assigned counter hit? I've done that mistake a couple of times as well.
Oh, JMB. Oh, nice backdash. Brave, but nice.
Yeah, good burst. Keeping JMB in the corner. Yo, footsies. Yo, she still has time to press 6P. Sorry, 6P.
Yes, okay.
Okay, can I get a 6P? I mean 6P. I mean 6P.
Yeah, I mean. No.
Yeah, you can feel the rage.
Yeah, stop jumping it.
Shit.
I will end this now. Stop on move.
And I will make thy game lost. Right. Using the plus frames. Also, I think good backdash. And the counter hit. Ooh, chooses to milk it out. Unfortunate drop. Now Neat is gonna have some shortage of meter for a while here.
Oh,
But it is a lot of hits that you gotta land as a Kai player here.
All right.
What?
Fortunate.
He was so deep.
So plus here. Can't even jump out. That's like super plus.
All right. That was either super patient or then like, fuck this shit, I'm just gonna throw. Show me what you can do.
Oh, nice. Ah! Oh, just spending it all and then getting the bite. No.
That feels so bad because a lot of matchups for Nago is like you sort of gotta bait the blood out.
Uh-oh.
Again.
Uh-oh. And I think Nate might have been going bust.
We'll
Not
see.
totally sure.
All right. We're safe.
That's so unfortunate.
I feel like the advantage you get for Kai in this matchup comes from the neutral, but JMB just doesn't manage to get the upper hand. It feels like Neat is completely choosing what kind of a pace this matchup will play.
Yay!
It's surely when JMB gets in, he gets, decent amount of damage and stuff, gets to checkmate Neat here and there, but I feel like because you do so little damage compared to Nago, you have to be able to contest that neutral more than this. Here comes Neat. Ooh, nice. 6p on landing. Works. Yo, that was very amphibious.
Very amphibious.
Yeah, that's the word, right?
Yeah. I'd say it is.
Yeah, immediate burst.
Oh.
That 6p.
People's elbow crashing the servers.
6p hit so hard that game just couldn't handle it.
I'm guessing the Great Wall of Kokkola has been made.
No, it was actually Neat who disconnected.
Oh my god.
Can't blame Kokkola this time.
What was the score there?
I think JMB was down around, but it is 2-5. Yeah, I'm not sure which one Neat is asking for.
I think you should settle it amongst yourselves, whether you want to play it from the start or go back to whatever situation you were in.
Yeah. Generally, if neither player says anything, we're just gonna play gentleman's rules and just redo it. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, online is what it is.
You do what you do. And you do it how you do it. Maybe this is good for JMB, getting a breather. and then take some air in, get some of that air out.
I mean, I do respect if somebody in this situation is like, yeah, give me the point. I actually respect it. It means you're hungry. You're hungry and you will do anything to grasp the victory. When it's war, I mean, everything's a lot, right?
Facts.
Alright, back into it. Neat 5, JMB 2. Ooh, jump D. I think that 5D was probably a missed jump D loop. Oh my goodness, yeah, has to burst there. That would have probably killed him. And the neutral, it's just... It's been... Other than Vermi, it's only been him. He's the only guy who I've seen crack this matchup completely. Does it take... I guess it takes you to be a... You have to be a Nago player to be able to crack Nago at neutral, huh?
Maybe. Of course, that was in the previous patch, again. So I do think that the new clone has changed a lot in regards to this matchup as well.
Yeah, that's actually fair. You might not, because if I remember correctly, it was the fireball that Vermi was controlling with, but now you sort of have more reaction time for your clone.
And like the startup for Stun Edge is still pretty bad. It's the recovery that has been made better. So, well, wait, actually, it was the other way around. Fuck. Either way, it's still slow, fairly reactable.
Did ULTINEET just whiff punish that Dire Egg Clade during its actives? Yo, look at that going through. There's the clone that we were talking about.
Startup slower and recovery faster. I think it was like that, yeah. And you know, obviously with the clone, it soaks up other projectiles. So, oops.
Right. Good throw in the right direction.
That's a Hail Mary. Oh no.
Was it a little too far?
I think it was also a little bit too late because he had to dash up for it. So right. I don't know.
How about this though? You wait. Went for the optimal punish. I was like, maybe he just wants a Stun Dipper here to get a knockdown, but that might have ended up costing JMB. At least that would have been a knockdown. And now Neat on 6. Alright, into the pluses. But he has a really good hunch jumping here over the fireball. And we haven't seen a lot of anti-airs from JMB. Couple, like, I remember that one 6P that landed on landing. But the air path has been relatively open for Neat so far. Alright, good Abare. Into a knockdown. Here we go. This is what JMB needs. Plus frames. Try to find the big hit. Ooh, nice Stun Dipper with punishing. Very fast button. Oh. Yo, she comboed into that explosion. That was sick. But now... No, that's a miss! Oh my god, one hit. And it's the clone. Of course it is. Good old faithful. It's like after you go bust, you're obviously gonna tick down to 0 blood, so right after putting the mask on, you have all of your resources and Neat here on set point. What can JMB do? That's not one of the things that you should have done. Clearing that. Oh, there's the 6P. But now, JMB needs patience. JMB needs the biggest plays of the set here. I think he baited, right? Yes. Oh. No way. Missing the 5D punish. He got it in the first game. But just like that, it all fades away.
And JMB is gone. got the frame perfect execution on that one.
It all fades away.